Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Dead Unicorn, where we're playing Numenera. We're going to be playing Spire of the Hunting Sound. I read this adventure, and it was a page-turner. I could not stop, looking and reading to the next page and trying to figure out what's going on. And these guys are going to get to play it, so I hope I do this justice. My name is Corey. I'm the Game Master. Joining us is Carlos, Tarek, Matt, and Crystal. And we're going to have another person join us. This is a special, holiday thing. We're going to be doing this Friday, Saturday. So join us tomorrow, join us on Christmas Day, and join us on the 26th. Unless we finish before then. And we're gonna have one more player joining us tomorrow. He just can't join us today. So it's gonna be a romp. It's gonna be a good time. I hope everybody has fun with this. Before we introduce the characters, I'd like to thank our patrons. Scrolling in the upper corner. Thank you very much. You are very awesome. If you can support us on Patreon too. And you get benefits for that, and there's stuff there. Go there. You'll check it out. You'll see. Okay. With that out of the way, let's talk about our characters. So we're moving. We've done two separate Numenera adventures from the past. And we're just going to keep moving those characters forward and adding new characters as we go. So some of these characters are old, and you might remember them from older adventures, and some are... Well, Carlos's is new. So without further ado, I'd like everybody to introduce their characters, and we are going to start with the person who wants to volunteer, who's ready to describe their character and who they are.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm Crystal, and I'm playing Jade LaSalle. She's a nano, which basically amounts to a magic user, although in this world it's technically technology that we're using. She was born with the unique ability to control gravity to some extent, so she can, float in the air or make things a little heavier. Anyway, she came from a long line of performers and uses her special abilities to be particularly graceful and basically dance in the air. And next, let's go with my old buddy Praxis.
Sure. I'm playing Praxis. He is a perhaps more metal than man. He had a severe accident when he was younger, thanks to Jade. When we were young, an accident rendered him to be nearly catatonic, or maybe even catatonic, and he was saved by their village's elders, built back together, more powerful than before, using bionic sorcery of some type. He now has strange abilities where he kind of phase out of existence and then slowly come back into existence, which is a very uncomfortable thing to experience, even if you are mostly metal. He found a pet robot who is not going to be here anymore. That was Howard's character. He took responsibility for him, and later decided that it was a good investment. He was that octopus in a robot suit was extremely effective at what he did. And I'll go ahead and pass it over to Kasim.
Well, Kasim, as far as I remember, you will have to pardon me because I don't remember too many details about my old character.
You didn't write down your backstory?
Nope, not at all. I do not even remember my own backstory. But, if anything, as far as I can tell on the surface level, Kasim is a glaive that tends to move like a cat. And so far, I will just go ahead and say he has a mysterious past.
It's a mystery even to himself.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, he was extremely short, grumpy, and bumpy. I don't know why those three words came to mind, so that's what I'm gonna say.
All right, we'll
I
have to
didn't
put
take
that
any
into
notes about how your
consideration.
character was, but
He's
that
very
feels right.
he's very dopey, happy, and dark.
And also Doc. Are you a glaive?
Yes,
nano,
he's a
by the way.
glaive. You're going to be what?
I'm a nano. You're a
Uh-huh.
glaive.
All right, I helped
Jade is
balance
also
out
a
the
nano.
party a bit.
And Carlos is last. So go ahead and tell us about your character, Carlos.
Well, my name is Flicker Fade, and I have amnesia. I don't remember anything about my past, and I know I have a certain set of abilities. I'm very good at a couple of things, and anything I put my mind to will pretty much be what I'm good at that time. I'm also very good at evading people and not being where I don't want to be. Um, but it's going to be interesting seeing if I can recall more of my backstory and my history as I go along.
Okay.
Oh, one
Seems
last
like
little
that's going around a
thing.
lot nowadays.
Jade, Praxis, and Kasim all came from an isolated small village in the middle of some mountains.
Kasim did not. Kasim didn't play that game. Did Matt? Matt, did you play
From what I remember, our characters met in a circus troupe, and we just kind of
Exactly.
gelled together a bit.
Exactly.
And we kind
Okay.
of
You
followed
came in the
that
second
circus
game.
troupe.
It's just you and
Okay.
Praxis who met there.
Yeah, we came from a small village that was completely isolated, and basically we stepped onto a teleporter and let's see where we end up.
And you ended up in a circus troupe. And amnesia is a great way to go when you don't understand the world. And Carlos does not understand anything
We
that's
did
happening in
kill-
Numenera, and possibly you, if you're watching, you don't know anything about Numenera. So let me explain very briefly. It is the far future of a bazillion years. Civilizations have risen and crumbled. Technology has gone to its greatest heights and been brought low, and through it all, just remains of technology is everywhere. And at this point in time, civilization is slowly rebuilding itself again, and they're finding all of these ancient monuments, this old technology. No one knows how to use it, and those who do can claim that it's magic, and people believe them. What they do know is that a lot of this technology, it is mysterious, so they gave it a certain name. Numenera. Numenera is anything that is not mundane. It's not like a sword that you just forged. A Numenera is a thing of old technology. The thing is that old technology is in everything. It's even in the air you breathe. There's a constant radiation around you that can put you into the data sphere. There is nanites in the air that you can control if you know how to make anything appear, from laser blasts to let you float around, all sorts of stuff. So it's kind of it's like a far dystopian future that has no connection to our modern day at all anymore. Think of it like Adventure Time, if you like that one, or the old Wizards cartoon or Heavy Metal movie, that kind of stuff. It's just bizarre and weird and out there and very, very far. It's think of it like if Star Wars was not a long time ago, but actually far, far in the future. Something like that.
I remember now in the last game series that we did of Numenera, there was a guy we were working with, and he had a crazy, weird job that was very interesting. What was that called again?
Yes. You were working for It was
Because I remember in that game, I decided that Praxis wanted to become one of his kind. He like hunted Numenera and like.
Divine Nex. You work for Divine Nex,
Yes.
who wears a brilliant red and black cloak with several dozen masks.
Yeah, he had a profession. He was like a something, and they were like hunters of Numenera. And he was like,
Totally forgot, but it doesn't matter anymore. You're totally away from that guy.
I'm just saying because I wanted to become one of those things.
Ah. Well, we'll have to look it up later. I'm sorry. It's time to play the adventure. And this is how we're going to start. Everyone hears a strange musical tone as you open your eyes. You see a wooden floor below you, or is it wood?
What is wood?
You look around and you see the sun coming through windows as clouds roll by. You hear the thrum of an engine. You begin to remember where you are. You're on an airship. An airship that left the city of Key, aboard the Alestrian. It's 100 feet long, 30 feet tall. It's small by Key standards, but capable of hauling several tons of cargo and up to 20 people in relative comfort. It consists of an upper deck, a small cockpit, and a mid-deck with dozens of storerooms within the lift envelope, and some common rooms. And it has a helium gas that lifts it up. It's helium, so it's not explosive. You're not going to blow up.
Thank goodness.
I was gonna bring it up constantly otherwise.
You begin to recall that you hired passage on the airship from Key to the city of Bridges. But after the first night, it gets hazy. You don't remember what happened. Those memories fade to grayness and ringing musical tones. Now, you look around for where the music is coming from. And you kind of blink through your hazy eyes, and you're ringing ahead as you have a slight headache from it all. You see the captain and 12 other passengers laying around you. Most are unconscious, but some are stirring. There are 2 creatures, men, wearing heavy robes. They consider the horizon with their backs to you. One of them holds a small silver box in a gloved hand that's chirping out the strange music. The sounds raise goose flesh on your skin.
I would like to scan the area.
Okay.
That those 2 people. I can only do a 10-foot or like 3-meter cube.
Is the
Three
I think
meters
you have
centered
to
on yourself?
pick
Negative
a
sensation or is it
target.
positive?
Hold on. Can I can say all the things for myself. You scan an area equal in size to a 10-foot, 3-meter cube, including all objects or creatures within that area. The area must be within short range. You said we're in the same room as them.
Yeah.
They're on.
They're not. Well, let's go to the map. I'll pull out a map, and you can see what's going on here before you.
Yeah, it's nothing harmful. It's just a scan. I can find out more about what the hell they're doing.
So
Any
here's
feature or
you
object
are in
always
this
removes
room
trouble.
on the airship. The airship looks like it's made of wood, but it's not actually wood.
I just see the picture of the cover.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Give me a second here. We're going to move here, and then we're going to let everybody at home see it as well.
Ooh, neato.
So we can put your, just drag your guys into this room. This is where you are. And you can be wherever you want in there. Doesn't matter. These, by the way, are doors leading to the below decks.
Yeah, I'm definitely sitting at the table. Rose, you know how to pull your character out?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
Go to the journal tab on the right hand side of roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
Hover over your character's name, then click and drag onto the map from your character's name. There you go.
Oh no, no picture.
Oh, he should. Hold on. You should have an icon.
Or you might need to pull it out for.
Where did it go?
That's funny. Next to my name, the picture doesn't show up, but then when I drag the name out, it's the old icon I had.
I totally had this all.
Had it all set up?
I did, and it's gone now. Well, poop. What the hell happened? God dang
Wait,
it.
is that?
Hold on.
Matt, where's your character? Oh, he's right behind me.
Yep, right by the table. Like I try to have Kasim sat upon the table, but my hex won't let me make that illusion.
Spooked me, and you didn't even have to. Like, where did his character go? And then I was like, oh shit, it's right behind me.
Because I'm that spooky.
What the hell?
What the HE double hockey?
Well, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, my bio and info tab is completely blank. There's not even a place to put anything.
Weird.
You have to click edit. If you click edit, I think. I love that the chairs that you put into the starship or the airship are like luxury reclining chairs. They're awesome looking.
They're just some nice rocking chairs.
Yeah, they look dope.
All right, give me a second. Here.
Got like command console.
Intellect and...
It's like the perfect mix of like old worldy and way too far in the future, futuristic-y.
This ship flies with wings.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
I mean, they look kind of like sails, but they're coming out the sides. They're definitely wings.
the only thing this ship is missing is tendrils coming off the back. If it had little tendrils like floating in the back behind it, that's a Numenera ship for sure. Like, what are they there for? Who knows? Is this thing alive? Actually, yes. How? Who knows?
I dub this ship the Sky Molester.
Oh, jeez.
Why? Why molestation?
Why would you? Yeah.
Because tentacles? Because I went
Yes.
to tentacles? Is that why?
He said tendrils.
I did say tendrils.
Aren't they the equivalent of them, or not quite?
No.
Or are they flagellum?
I'm thinking more like I'm imagining they would act more like flagellum. Like that's the purpose of them, is to like navigate through the sky.
Oh, I
as
don't know
though it
why
was,
this
like,
isn't working. This is kicking my ass, but okay. Carlos, that's your token. You can put it wherever you want. This guy right here.
or a combo breaker.
That's fine. I'll be right there.
Okay.
So Corey, I'm assuming like through like
Oh,
from Kasim's
is that
point of
this
view,
guy?
like we're all. Hmm. What?
Is Carlos this one?
Yep.
Yep. So Corey, I'm assuming like we're all waking up in a place that we're not supposed to be waking up from. That this is like a dining room hall at the moment, and we were kind of lulled into a trance-like sleep due to that music box. That's the thoughts that Kasim is having.
That's a good thought. You were thinking that. You are definitely thinking that.
So I want to try to do scan. It takes 2 intellect, and it's just an action. Scanning a creature or object always reveals its level. A measure of how powerful, dangerous, or difficult it is. You also learn whatever facts the GM feels is pertinent about the matter or energy in that area. For example,
So short
you might
distance.
learn. Blah, 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 blah.
Short distance is anything less than 50 feet. So yeah,
Basically, this whole room.
yeah, you can scan these guys if you want to scan these guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Scan them.
What
quietly,
kind of
not-
information does
not
scanning
like-
give you?
It lets me know their level. You also learn whatever facts the GM feel is pertinent about the matter and energy in that area. You might learn that the creature standing before you is a mammal with a small brain. However, necessary does not tell you what that information means. Thus, for example, you must know what the metal and synth device does. In the second, you don't know everything on the floor causes the cylinder to release a bunch of gas. In the third, you might suspect that the creature is not very intelligent, but scans, like looks, can be deceiving. Any material or energy fields relevant or
All right.
resist scanning.
The cloaked figures are not human. They are machines. Second, they are level 5 machines. And the box that creates the music is some sort of Numenera. And it is a level... It is a level 8 device.
Wow.
We must collect it.
I just sit quietly listening to what do they continue talking?
They are talking. They're speaking in a low tone. Would you like to get closer to hear what they're saying? Actually, they're peering out, so they should be like over here, peering outside.
There's that about reenacting Titanic.
Yeah, I'll step up. I'll like move forward onto this like
Rug.
covered area so that it's easier for me to not be heard, and I'll just kind of move closer to try to get an ear in.
Okay. They're speaking low, and you do not understand the language. Yep.
I knew it. They're cyber Russians.
Can I get a good look at the thing that they have in their hand?
Yes. It is a small silver box.
Can I do understanding Numenera to try to understand what the hell it's doing?
Sure.
Okay, I have
It is an
2
intellect
check
roll.
marks.
It is intellect
Specialized.
level 8.
Difficulty 8.
Corey,
Guild.
if I wanted to use my flex skill to like, damn, I wish I had linguistics and knew how to comprehend what they're saying. Could I then take a skill in linguistics and try to understand it?
You have to you have to determine what your flex skill is at the beginning of the day.
Well, I just woke up,
You did just wake up. So,
and I think linguistics would be good for the entire adventure. So
okay, all right. I will let you take.
So he's gonna spend some time contemplating linguistics.
At the beginning of each day, choose one task, which you concentrate for the rest of the day. All right, yeah. You now have linguistics as a trained skill.
can I try to roll to discern what they might be talking about?
You are not close enough to hear them.
Oh, okay. Well,
You can move closer.
I'll move closer. Yeah.
Okay. You move closer and you can hear their strange language, and then you may roll a level 5 linguistics.
Okay.
It's an intellect,
Mm-hmm.
so move your character.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. Move my character.
Can
Yeah,
you
you
move
should
them?
just be able to click and drag.
You can't drag them. Yeah, I'm having problems with this setup. So go to your character sheet and
Yeah.
go to your name and drag a new icon on, and it should all line up. You should be able to use that one.
Every time I zoom out, it moves the whole thingy. There we go. Okay, let's try this. Oh, that didn't do that. Okay.
Okay, can you move either one of those? There you go. You've moved one. All right, use that one. You can move them closer.
That seems to be the opposite direction of where you wanted to go.
It's moving like the whole screen.
Oh, he's having the same issue that how did we fix that with someone else was having that same problem where the screen was moving every time they tried to move.
I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know.
Okay, you're gonna
I-
come up right next to him, right behind him.
Well, maybe just this one, like right next to Tarek's character, just right there.
Okay. All right, both of you can make your rolls. For Tarek, it is a level 8 Understanding Numenera roll, intellect. And for Carlos, it is a level 5 intellect roll to understand what they are saying.
My character sheet shows like my might, speed, and intellect at different numbers than my pool or my max.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Everybody should be
Your
at max
pool should be
pools.
at your max right now.
Yeah. So bring everything. We'll just bring everything up to where it should be.
Okay.
It's probably like that because you increased your max but didn't bother with the pool when you were doing character creation.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your action area. You're going to put in the difficulty. Since you're trained in the skill, you're going to click T for trained.
Yeah.
If you put in effort, that'll cost you 3 points from whatever you're using. Unless you have edge. Edge reduces it by 1. Then you're going to go up to intellect and hit the red button. And it'll show you your result.
You said
And should
difficulty.
automatically take out whatever points you spent.
Difficulty.
And there's no bonus or asset, right?
There's no bonus or asset for this.
Kind of want to know what they're saying, so I guess I'll put 1 effort into it.
So good thing you spent all of that. You have you're specialized in the skill. You had effort.
Trained. not
Trained.
specialized.
Oh no, he's specialized in
Oh.
understanding
No.
Numenera.
Yeah, I'm specialized in understanding music.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Carlos,
Carlos.
who is trained in linguistics.
And Flickerflade also made his TN as he spent effort to do it.
I barely got mine.
Okay. For Tarek, for Praxis. Practice you know what? I'm going to whisper these things to both of you.
Yep,
All
makes
right.
sense.
So this will take a little bit. I'm sorry for the silence, but y'all fill in that silence with whatever talking you want to talk.
Within
Uh,
the
Well-
sound of silence.
Jade
no
is-
copyright.
Coming to her senses and decides to kind of group up with her buddies. So she's gonna scooch up next to Kasim and check on him and be like, "Hey, do you know what's going on? I mean, I've barely even remember getting on this thing, much less what happened."
I can only assume that we were abducted and now we are just waking up. Like, I'm going to just kind of look, have Kasim look around a little bit. Are any of the other passengers awake or rousing, or are they still asleep while our group is awake?
You already have the answer to that question. Someone would like to inform him if you remember.
It looks like everyone is just waking up right now.
Ah, okay, everyone.
I think it
Either
probably
we
has to
made
do
an
with
agreement that
those.
we don't. Huh?
It probably has to do with those guys looking out the window with that weird music box.
Either we made a strange agreement that we didn't remember making, or an abduction. Those are my assumptions. But it seems the others are interested in hearing what those two weirdos have to say. You want to group up with them, or you want to
We've
stay
been
back a
bot
little
napped.
bit?
That we've been bot napped, but obviously that's out of character. Come on, this
All right.
Let's
So,
Why
like,
don't we meet up
essentially,
with
Kasim is
Praxis?
offering to group up with Praxis and Flicker Fade.
I'm assuming that we don't know Flicker Fade, that he's just another passenger so far.
Yes. You don't know Flickerflade as of yet.
Yeah, Praxis and that one other person appear to be up and around.
See me kind of staring intently at them, and then I whisper, "Wow, that sounds ominous."
Let's see what they're up to, if they remember anything else.
They're
Well,
they're talking about breaching the ship, and that they've put it on course, and we're going to reach the keep soon. What keep are we going to? Reaching the ship sounds like they're trying to take it over, or they took it over.
how hard, how tight of a grip does this thing have on this device?
Oh, it kind of like it. If you like zoom in on the icon, you can actually see it in the hands of the creature in the icon. So just
Oh,
kind of
so that's how it. That's how it's holding it.
yeah, it's holding it up like this, woo, like in its hands. Only one of them has it though, not both of them.
I don't want to break
so
the story,
can
right? But if I go invisible and walk up to them and just grab it, would that be horrible?
It
I was
could
gonna
be.
ask something
well,
different.
make
Well, I
a
was
roll
gonna
to
say,
find out.
here's what I want to do, Corey, because I'm gonna do it, but I just want to make sure that it is within the rules.
Do we want to start an initiative here? Is this what we're doing?
I'm not attacking, but I'm gonna go invisible and just grab it.
You're going
Here's
to
what.
try and do
Let me.
something.
I just can I ask what I can, if I can do this?
Okay.
Hedge magic. You can perform small tricks, temporarily change the color of a color or basic appearance of a small object, cause small objects to float through the air, clean a small area, mend a broken object, prepare food, blah 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 blah. As basically anything I can do except for harming another creature or object.
Okay.
But could I use it to basically pull the object up away from their grasp and then over toward me?
Maybe.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. So that's something that I will attempt to do, probably initiative then.
Probably initiative then.
Okay, everybody can roll initiative to see what happens here.
Okay,
It's
how do we do that?
unknown what is if this is actually
We
going to be
may
a
or
combat
may
or
not have need of it. Okay, initiative is
There's an entire area
There?
for initiative.
untrained.
There's a what
I'm
for
not
initiative?
spending anything.
Oh yeah, there is.
So do I roll the green die or the red die?
Yeah, red or green, Corey.
It's always going to be red.
It says my initiative tasks are eased. What does that mean? Do I do something for that?
Yes. Your level is reduced by 1. So it should say there should be a place for like asset.
Mm-hmm.
So give yourself an asset.
And then hit the green die.
Red.
Red.
Okay,
The bottom one.
gotcha.
Red will always automatically take out effort and all of those kinds of things.
Holy shit, I rolled a 20.
Horrible on that.
Me too. Flicker Fade rolls a 4 on the die and gets a 7.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess I'm slow.
Okay, only one of you had your icon highlighted when you rolled initiative, but that's okay.
Oh, we need to do that?
Yeah. Because it'll automatically put you in the turn order. I'm having a horrible time with Roll20 right now. It is really giving me... I'm going to reload it real quick. Because I don't know why. It's definitely going really slow for me. I cannot put in any details without it crunching down to a halt. I can't even type text. All right. That's Jade.
Maybe Google's angry that you you uninstalled Chrome. They're like malware.
I did uninstall Chrome.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like my latest reroll. I'll keep my first roll.
You don't get a reroll. You only get your first roll. What are you talking about?
Well, you said that we had to highlight our character.
Oh, don't worry about it. I got it. I
Reroll.
got everything taken care of. Jade is 20. Kasim is 15. And Flicker Fade
Dead last.
7.
is 7.
It was a horrible D20 roll.
All right. And the Raiders are 15. Why does that keep changing? It's weird. Okay. Praxis and Jade. Whoever wants to go first can go first.
I give it to
Yeah,
Praxis. I don't
Praxis
know
wants to do
anything's
something.
happening.
Yeah, Praxis
Yeah.
wants to do something.
Okay, so I'm gonna use hedge magic. It's 1 intellect is what it costs me, and it takes an action. So I start using an action to perform hedge magic. I point over to it as small little nanites start to form around it and pull it over toward me.
Okay, I need you to get it out of its grip. It's going to be an intellect, level 5.
Which
Okay.
makes sense since the creatures are level 5. I mean, in character, nobody else knows that, but yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will hold on to it.
Failure.
Okay, you have made a Yeah. You have failed?
Yes, so
You needed
difficulty
a-
5, right?
You needed a 12. You rolled an 11. So very close. So it kind of starts moving
Wait, why
out
did
of
I
its
spend
grasp,
4 points?
and it, huh?
Why did I spend 4 points?
Because it cost is 4. It's 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 minus 1.
I don't know. Why did?
Wait a moment.
Why
Did
That
you
shouldn't-
like forget to put your effort down to 0?
Oh, that probably is why.
Because it says effort -1.
Guys, after every time you roll, there's a little maroon die there. Click it.
Oh, that resets everything?
Uh huh.
Ah,
Okie dokie.
okay.
Yeah. After every time you roll, make sure to click that thing so all that goes away.
All right, well, I failed anyway.
Yeah. So, as it moves out of its grip, it closes it down even further, and it turns around to look at you, and its entire face is a mirror, and you see yourself in it.
Oh, neat. It's a mirror reflecting a mirror, basically.
Yeah. Oh no, we've created the infinite hallway.
He has like
Kind
this
of.
shiny,
Though yours is black,
curved face, yeah.
your
Yeah, mine is black.
your dome is black, so it's you absorb more light, so it's not infinite.
Yeah.
But theirs is a nice shiny, clean mirror of a face.
Yeah, mine's more matte black, but I still see into his face and I see myself, and I'm nervous because that's my action, and I'm sure it's going to do something now.
Jade.
I'm just moving up here behind Praxis and being like, hey, what's going on?
Well, you see me pointing at the thing, like, "Ah!"
That's the guy with the
And,
music box.
Shoot, I don't even remember if you can prepare an action or anything.
Well, you moved a short distance, so that's all of your turn.
Oh, right, because, yeah, otherwise you can only move an immediate distance and do something.
Well, an immediate distance is... You might have moved an immediate distance.
I think immediate is, like, the next space over.
It might be. But let's double check. Just to make sure. Immediate distance is a few steps.
Yeah.
10 feet. So you can move two boxes, 2 hexes. I'm just going to keep this out.
I moved 3 spaces. But yeah, basically, I still don't know what's going on. And all this thing did was turn around so far.
Kasim.
All right, so I am thinking about having Kasim use his fleet of foot ability so he can move up a little closer. And does it take an action to prepare a weapon or prepare my weapon?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
So-
it does. Okay. So I think I will go ahead and prepare my weapon and use a fleet of foot to close a short distance. And let's see, what would be considered a short distance or a long distance? Because I'm
Short
thinking
distance
about...
is going to be anywhere in this room,
Yeah,
basically.
A short distance is 50 feet. An immediate distance is 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. And how many?
5 feet per hex.
5 feet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I want to try moving to this hex right here.
Ping.
All right, so let me quickly.
So let me just say something here. Okay, anything your character does in a round is an action. It's the easiest thing to think of. Okay, for example, if you use your dart thrower to shoot a strange floating orb, that's one action. So running for cover behind a stack of barrels, prying open a stuck door, using a rope, activating a cipher, those are all actions. Opening a door and attacking an abhuman from the other side are 2 actions. So yeah, pulling out a weapon, that is an action.
Okay. So fleet of foot, you can move a short distance as part of another action. You move a long distance as your entire action for a turn. If you apply a level of effort to this ability, you can move a long distance and make an attack as your entire action for a turn, but the attack is hindered. I'm only preparing my weapon and closing the distance.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's something he can do.
All right. Awesome. So move your character, and you are now armed.
All right. And I will end my turn, Kaiba.
Okay. The raider, the creature, just holds onto it tighter and turns back towards the window. Dang it. Flicker fade.
Same action, I guess. I'm going to go invisible and try to grab it.
Okay, you are. There we go. You're invisible. So spend the points to turn invisible. That is an action, I believe, to turn invisible.
Probably.
It's 2 intellect.
And-
Well,
And
Should
next,
say action or
it should either be enabler or action next to it.
action.
Then it takes an
I was
action
going to
to
say
do.
it's going to be an action.
Okay. So you can move an immediate distance, which is around 10 feet. So 2 squares or hexes.
Well, if he turned around, I just need to move right up next to him. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You want to drag him over?
Brian. Okay, let's see.
are you having trouble
Can
moving this stuff?
you? If your screen's doing weird stuff, you should probably reload.
Yeah, refresh it. Okay. Praxis.
You make me invisible and then I just pop back up.
I put a little stealth icon on you to denote that
Oh.
you're invisible. You see
Gotcha.
that little ninja face on you?
I'm going to spend an intellect to use onslaught.
Okay.
Mental or physical?
Well, here's what I want to do. I want to use that little ray of force to deal 4 physical damage to the device to see if I
Okay.
can dislodge it from their grasp.
So what you're going to do is don't remove it from intellect. Don't remove that from intellect. What you're going to do is on your character sheet, this is going to be an action, right?
Yes.
So the cost of the action is 1. So you're going to put 1 to the cost.
And then I'm
then-
going to put in I'm trained.
You're trained. And then if you want to use effort, the first bubble on effort is to reduce the
Difficulty.
difficulty. The second one is to increase the damage.
How can I know how hard it's going to be to hit the target?
Well, you already know
It's
it's a
alre-
level 8 device.
Yeah. It's
it's a
the
level 8
level.
Okay, so then I'm definitely going to spend 2 effort.
Probably both for accuracy.
Yeah. Did it roll?
Yeah, it did. You succeeded.
Oh, nice.
All right. You do 2 damage to it.
It should be 4
I'm
since
sorry,
it's
no.
physical.
The damage should be 4
Why?
because it deals 4. If the attack is physical, you emit a short-range ray of force that inflicts 4 points of damage.
Okay, because it
If
says
the attack is mental, then it's mental energy, the thought process. Then it only deals 2 points of intellect damage.
okay, because it says 2 damage there. So
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why it says 2 damage.
me neither.
But yeah, the physical one is 4 points and of course has to deal with any armor. And then the mental one is 2 points and goes through armor because it's the brains.
All right. it begins to spark a little. The tone goes strange for a second, then turns back to a regular tone.
It doesn't move though. Doesn't fall out of his hands.
No, he's got a good grasp on it now.
Okay.
Maybe if you would have rolled like a
An extra like super success.
yeah. Oh wait, I know what it is. You rolled an 18.
He might have a minor effect.
No, a 19 is a minor effect.
Okay.
But on an 18, it's
does
plus
more
2
damage.
damage. That's why it says 2
Oh,
damage
that's what
there.
it is.
Oh, so it does 6 damage.
So
then.
that's plus 2 damage.
Yes, it does 6 damage. If you got a minor effect, I would definitely have knocked it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 6 damage is still 6
I
damage.
completely forgot about extra damage for certain numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. It definitely, the tone slows down a little.
Okay.
Kasim.
That's my turn. Oh, I will move. I will take a.
Actually,
I will
it's
jump
me
back
next.
onto this table.
Oh, I'm sorry,
move.
Jade.
I figure they must know something I don't, since they were over here before I got up.
Oh yeah, I can say on my turn. I can look at you and say, "The box is putting everyone to sleep, Jade. It's the box."
Then I will also onslaught the box.
All right.
And let's see. Cost
Level
is
8.
1 intellect. I can put in 2 effort. And I am trained.
Remember to reset your action parameter.
Oh yes.
The red die.
Red die.
Oh my god. Really? I rolled a
No.
1?
The intrusion. The intrusion.
Okay.
Okay.
And after putting in 2 effort, too.
That's always bad.
Eaten diff. So you still succeeded, but got an GM intrusion.
Okay. As you coalesce your energy for an onslaught, the equal and opposite reaction happens at the same time your gravity control goes off, throwing you straight back down this way into the door. Thunk. As you are instantaneously weightless at the same time you pulled off your onslaught.
Boff.
Kasim.
And now I am on top of some unsuspecting passenger.
Yeah, you are.
It's the opposite of that anime trope where the boy falls on top of the girl's boobs.
And Praxis is giving the side eye, looking a little jealous.
Not at
Kasim.
all. I'm a robot. I have no
You were
eyes,
once human.
and I must scream.
Kasim, it's
All
up
right,
to you.
so I'm going to try to have Kasim slice the arms holding the box, like at the forearm.
All
or
right.
both the forearms.
It's
And
level.
let's see.
You don't know the level on this, but these. So don't put in a level, but just know it's over 5.
Okay, and am I able to put effort?
Of course,
Of
you're able to
course.
put effort. Yeah.
However
All right,
much
and,
effort you have.
So like that comes from my might pool, right?
Yes, this will be a might hit. So,
Okay.
your effort is 1, so you can only put in 1 level of effort.
Okay.
Either accuracy
remember
on
that.
the left or damage on the right.
So accuracy or damage.
Yeah, one or the other.
All right, and I assume that this is a trained action, right?
Why would you assume that?
You have the skill for it.
Well, are you trained
skills?
in
Balance or initiative? So
whatever kind of weapon you're using? Probably a medium weapon.
He's not trained. He just doesn't have an inability with it.
Oh, I see. Then it's just nothing. It's untrained.
oh, okay.
The U.
Yeah, you don't have an inability. You're just untrained.
Yeah.
Like I have
you
a
think
forearm blade
becoming
that
a
I can
blade would
use,
be
but I am
trained
not
for
skilled in it,
sword
so I
blade?
always roll untrained. There is a mod though. Is it a light weapon?
Let me take a look.
Because
at
under
my-
attacks, it should tell you if there's a modification, like a -1 or a +1 or a +2. Because like a light weapon is a -1
Yeah.
to your
It's-
difficulty.
One easier to hit with a light weapon.
Weapons, you can use any weapon without penalty. So you're just untrained. You're not trained with any weapon. You just not have an inability with any of them. So
Yeah, like I have an inability with medium and heavy weapons.
Yep, me too.
unless you have a specific skill otherwise or a superpower,
Yeah. You that's true. You can't. We just use.
Okay, so this'll be in the action box that I do this
Yes.
with, right?
Yes.
yes, because this is an action.
Okay.
And then you got to
costs-
click the red button under might.
When you're
Oh,
done
the- oh.
filling in the stuff.
Oh, you're filling in.
No,
everything?
you're
No,
filling it
you
in.
are. So for skill, you should select U, and then if you're putting in effort, put that in the appropriate one. Left for accuracy, right for damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And if you're using an ability, you got to put in the cost of the
Of
ability.
the ability.
Yeah.
And there's no bonus or asset to this.
Okay.
I don't know
Alright.
what weapon you're using. Otherwise, I'd tell you if you had them all.
Just a regular sword, as far as I can tell.
Well, it should say
Medium
under
or
attacks.
heavy.
Does it say under attacks right next to your on the hand side of your sheet? It should say attacks.
Oh, sword? Yes.
What does it
Modifi-
say?
It says
Light,
5
medium.
damage.
5.
Maybe Corey. Can...
I think medium weapons do 4.
But he's
But-
a glaive.
Yeah.
He gives +1 damage to his melee attacks.
Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense.
So he's
Some
medium.
should be under superpowers.
All right, so I click the red die for the might roll.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
You're the youngest boomer I think I've met.
Huh?
Okay.
He is the youngest boomer that I've ever met.
You have beaten a difficulty of 2 because you didn't put in any effort.
Wah, wah. Well, it wouldn't have hit even with
It
effort.
wouldn't hit with effort. So you have missed the creature as it definitely moves its arm out of the way and turns to look at you, and you see your own reflection in its face.
And it's where its face it should be.
Yeah.
So you didn't spend effort?
I did.
No, you
No, you didn't.
didn't spend effort.
What? Like,
You didn't put it in the.
I.
Did you click out of the
It
box?
probably didn't register.
Yeah, you got to click out of the box.
Oh, you put effort for damage, not for accuracy.
Oh yeah, so if you don't hit, you just lose it. Yeah.
Why is your might pool larger than your max?
Because I invested in that last game?
No.
That's
Anything
backwards.
that you spend goes into your max, not your pool. Your pool is how much you currently have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because, like, my max was 17, so, like, I messed up on the pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
There.
I goofed.
Okay. We'll reset your action parameter. Okay. Getting used to the character sheet.
Yeah,
Once
it's a little
again.
complicated.
Once you get used to it, it'll be fine. You can just do it And you won't have to like think about it. You just go, oh, this goes there, click, done. Okay.
Kind of ironic. The simplest system for character creation, and it's got the most terrible character sheet.
Okay.
It's been a year or so since we last used these characters.
Yeah. I was like, I know I can float and I wear blue makeup.
I'm blue.
Okay. The creature turns towards Praxis and unleashes a weird harmonic sound that travels the distance to hit Praxis. But unfortunately, an invisible flicker fade is in the path as well.
Oh, great.
So I need both of you to make either a speed or a might defense.
How do you do that?
It's just like any other action.
Okay.
So this is a level 5 attack, because these are level 5 creatures.
So difficulty 5?
Difficulty 5. Are you going to dodge out of the way, or are you going to stay and just like take it raw?
I kind of want to dodge, but the effect of the dodge is to like duck down and roll forward, kind of thing.
Okay, you can
You know what I mean?
you can
'Cause
definitely
that's
do
the
that.
direction I'm going. So
You can definitely do that. You can duck down. So that is a speed action.
okay.
If it misses you, the sound will continue on to buffet Praxis. If it hits you, you will buffet the sound and save Praxis from being hit.
Oh no, I don't think I want to do that. So
Come on, save the robot. He's a robot.
So
Be a robot to the robot.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna put one effort into this, and
I am just a
and
little
you will roll your
robot.
speed.
right.
Do not judge me.
Yes,
think
you can put an effort.
Did
Okay, that is a failure.
failed.
All right.
Ouch.
As you try and duck down, you fail to understand that sound travels in a cone. So it takes up the entire space. Ducking doesn't work because the sound is already there. And
Oh
you
no,
take-
my harmonics.
And you take 4 points of damage as you are hit by a sound blast.
Okay, so
Minus any armor you have, of course.
Yes.
I do have armor of 1. I
Oh,
think.
speaking of that, because you are wearing light armor, there's something you need to know about that.
Your nipples chafe. Sorry. They chafe. Also, thank you for taking the hit.
Because you're wearing light armor, all speed actions cost 1 additional point.
Mhm.
So,
Well, then I would have spent one more on that.
yeah,
Try
spend
to-
one more on that. Just so you know, anytime you do a speed action, give it a cost of 1 for wearing light armor.
So I'm at 11 right now,
I don't
full,
know.
so I'll just put out.
Until you become trained in armor, you'll be suffering that effect.
Does the roller not take that off?
No.
Hmm.
You have to put that into your costs. It doesn't know that you're wearing armor.
Well, I mean, it has a selection for armor.
It does, but it doesn't know if you have the special ability that gets rid of that.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to put that in yourself. I apologize. But yeah. But you will take 4 points of might damage, 4 points out of your might. But since you're wearing armor, it reduces it by 1 to 3 points out of your might.
So reduce my pull down to.
Reduce
7.
your might by 3.
Okay.
Your pool, not your max. Don't touch the max.
Thank you.
Never touch the max.
All right. Okay.
So no one's sure what just happened, but a large burst of sound came out of one of the robots.
And then stopped.
Yeah. And then
So, yeah, we just hear the echoes.
this one will walk forward and attack Praxis with a blade that extends from its hand.
That's not the one carrying the box, right?
No, it's not the one carrying the box.
Okay, good.
Praxis, make a. How are you stopping this attack?
I have an energy shield around me at all times.
Yes.
So
And
ward.
so I'm going to attempt to allow the energy shield to absorb some of the contact as I roll out of the way. Like off the table. Actually, you know what?
You're either
Screw it.
absorbing
I'm going to knock the table over and put it between me and the robot so that the knife attacks the table bed. The speed defense. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, you're going to do a speed defense.
Yeah.
So you can roll under the table, you can move away, you can dodge. You can't like lift a table up. That's an action.
That's
Well, I'm standing on top of the table, right? So what I'm saying is I'm like gonna just like
Roll off of it.
maybe roll under the table, roll. I'm putting the table between me and him.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
just
can roll
roll
under the
off the
table.
back of the table or something.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Roll a speed defense.
Level 5,
Yes.
difficulty 5, speed defense. I am not trained in speed defense. I will spend an effort as I care. Actually, you know what? Spend 2 effort.
That succeeds. As you roll away,
It misses.
it missed. Flicker fade.
Gonna continue with my action now that I'm hurt and I'm going to try to. The effect I want is to try to, like, you know how when somebody kind of bumps your elbow and pops your whatever's in your hand out, type of thing.
Yes.
You
I want-
spilled my drink.
Yeah, I want to slide a hand in and like pop it out and grab it if I can, something like that.
Okay. You're gonna make a. I'm gonna say this is might because he's holding on to this pretty hard. So you're gonna make a level 5 might roll. I'm gonna give you a level of asset because you're invisible and taking him by surprise.
Ooh.
Is it trained? Because I have a skill like sleight of hand, and I also have stealth. Either one of those would that.
I will allow sleight of hand. So trained, yes, I will allow that.
Gotcha. So trained, 1 asset, difficulty 5. I will put a point of effort into it.
And you have asset
Yeah.
Yep, he
And
already
then
said that.
the might, right?
and might. Yep.
Okay, let's try this.
Boom! You pop the box out of its hand. You now have this strange music box. It's a silver box. It has kind of got like these little energy things coming around it, but it's in your hand. You own it. 9/10 of the law, baby.
You can take a few steps if you want.
But you are no longer invisible, as everybody as that breaks your invisibility.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I'll have to take another action next turn then. But yeah,
You can move. You can move 10 feet.
I'll move away. Let me see where I'm at. Now can I grab myself right there? Yeah. Okay. How far can I move?
2 squares. 10 feet.
2 hexes.
I'm gonna go right behind Cassim.
All right. Praxis.
Oh. This thing came and
Oh.
assaulted me.
Wait, you skipped
that
me
is-
again.
Did I?
Yeah. I'm
Alright,
supposed to go
Jade.
right after Praxis.
Yeah, Jade, go.
So, this thing is attacking Praxis, and I'm like, I'm gonna stasis it so it can't move. I mean, nobody else can hurt it, but it can't hurt anybody else.
Sounds great.
So, boop, that guy right there. And it's just, I pay 3 intellect and it does its thing. It can't move for a minute.
Hold on, let me. Is this a nano thing?
Yeah.
I see hedge magics.
You surround a foe of your size or smaller with energy, keeping it from moving or acting as if frozen. This creature can't be moved or hurt and is immune to all effects. Lasts 1 minute.
You still have to target it and hit it with it. So, what kind of action is it? Is it intellect?
Yeah.
Okay, so make an intellect roll at level 5 to do the thing. Because you still, just because it describes the effect, you still have to hit it with it.
All right. I'll pay an effort.
Can I ask a question, Corey?
And it is level 6, because their defense is 1 higher for everything.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, so like that thing I just did to pop that thing with us, you let me do the thing on it. You gave me a free asset. Oh, but I would have had no, well, because I already had it active. Tricks of the trade to vanish. So if I use that, it says anything I do on stealth is easier. I get an asset on anything stealthy related. So I would have had 2 assets.
You would have had 2 assets, yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I still succeeded. But
You still succeeded, yeah. Wow. Okay. He is in stasis. He is trapped within a bubble of not movingness. He is. You've held him, and there's nothing he can do. All right, Praxis.
Oh, yay.
Everyone sees like a halo around this this one mechanical man, and he doesn't seem to be moving anymore.
Oh, good. Well, that does me whole hell of a lot of good. So, I will turn my frustrations onto the man with the item.
He doesn't have an item.
Who no longer has the item.
what's the effect of that, Corey? Did they see me like take it, or was it after that at the end of the turn that I popped back up, or how did?
So what happens is you come in and you pop that thing up, and as soon as it pops out of your hand, out of its hand, you're visible, and you snatch it and you run back.
Okay. So they
Oh,
saw.
so that's what I saw.
Yes,
Okay.
This guy
Okay.
like appears out of nowhere, as the box leaps into the air, snatches it, and he runs back.
So I assumed since I was engaged in a fight that I hadn't really noticed, but if that's what I saw, then that's what I saw. But I would just attack the thing, because I'm sure it's going to start coming after us. Result.
I mean, the other one already did.
Yeah, exactly. So I will use an onslaught on it, and I will use a mind slice this time. Do I need to roll to hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's level 6 because it has +1 on defense. Oh, what's its hit points here?
Oh, wait. This is a robot, right?
Yes.
So then I'll just I'm gonna continue doing force damage because it says on here that creatures who are robotic may be immune to it. So I'd be aware that it's best to probably use it.
Probably better to go physical, just in case.
Just in case.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally did that sound blast wrong.
Oh, thanks. Now you figured that out.
Gain back your 3 points of might.
I don't like the
You
way
know
you
what?
said.
You know what? Forget it. That's
leave
what
it
that sound
alone.
blast did. The sound blast did that this turn.
That's fine, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do these pools work? Do they replenish like per session or per
Oh,
day?
You have recovery?
yeah, recoveries. It's right under all of those like rolling items.
Mm-hmm.
It says recovery and then it says one action. So you can just do that as your turn. And then after that, it's going to take a while. So 10 minutes for your second one, an hour for your third one, and 10 hours for your last one.
You can only gain back a total of 4 in within a 10-hour time frame.
It's, yeah, 4 times. So it's a d6 plus something, depending on your individual
Plus
character.
your tier, right? Isn't it plus your tier?
Yeah, mine says recovery +1, but I didn't put that in there. I think it just
Yeah, is
automatic.
it plus your tier?
It is plus your tier.
Oh,
Excuse me.
okay. I should put it to +2 then.
And then
Pardon me,
there's
I'm-
other
I'm
things
very
that can
hot.
get bonuses to it. Top of that.
Yeah, that's one of the advancements you can get. An additional +1 to your recovery.
So let's get this
two.
guy going. Let's
Oh, yeah, +2.
let's get this game rolling, guys. Praxis,
Well,
what are you
already-
doing?
Oh, did I already attack? No.
No.
I didn't.
I've been waiting for you.
I'm sorry. I already
Onslaught.
pressed it.
Pew!
All right, you hit. How much damage does it do? 4?
4.
Physical?
4 physical.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's it. Actually, no, that's not it. I will take 10-foot steps back. Ha!
Jade.
Um. I was thinking about just stopping it from attacking, but I think I will also actually try to damage it. So I am also going to use a physical onslaught.
What were the visible effects of Tarek's attack?
Nanites. Mine are the visible effects of almost all of my magical abilities are nanites.
I meant
Nanites.
on the person.
Yeah. Well. Oh, never mind. Thought you meant
Oh,
like give me a cool descriptive.
The creature is hit by this wave of nanites, which reflect mostly off of its shiny carapace,
Mhm.
leaving tiny little dents in it.
Oh, nice. I didn't mean
I'm
to
really
steer you
draining my
totally.
brain. Ugh, are you shitting me?
You beat a difficulty 3. Unfortunately, it goes wide.
Boo.
Kasim.
All right, feeling a little indignant, I'm going to focus on making an accurate hit rather than a more damaging hit this time. So, let's see. I'll spend another effort. Bring it up for accuracy, and make sure that registers this time.
Yes, click outside the box.
But don't think outside the box.
All right, Kasim. You beat a difficulty of 3. And you miss again. As
I'm just rolling bad
it
today.
easily
What the heck?
deflects your sword away. Psing. Remember to check out your special abilities there, buddy. As a
Like
glaive,
what do they offer me at this point in time? Like a non-combat tool aficionado? I got fleet of foot. There's misdirect,
yeah.
and then combat prowess.
Ooh, combat prowess.
I mean, like, isn't it automatically added into my rolls for attacking?
Well,
Is it?
what is it?
+1 damage to melee.
No.
That's all it says.
That is absolutely wrong. That is not what combat prowess does. Oh yeah, that is added. Yeah, that is +1. Yeah, that's combat prowess.
Yeah, that's why your medium weapon is 5 instead of 4.
Yes. So misdirect, when an opponent misses you, you can redirect the attack, and fleet of foot makes you move faster.
Yeah,
That's what
so
you got.
I don't have really all that great abilities right now.
Well, we'll get there. The Raider. He is going to attack Kasim because Kasim is right there.
And plus, I was the one that also initiated combat, so...
Kasim, a blade comes out of its hand and is going to strike you with it. You will have to make a defense roll. Either might,
Alright. Can I use misdirect with that one?
if he misses.
And then opponent misses, okay. And let's see.
So you can make a
How do
might
I-
defense or a speed defense.
Let's go with speed.
Okay, you attempt to dodge the blow.
Alright. And I will also spend effort on that because at least I have a large pool in speed. So where should I spend my effort? Like accuracy or...
There's no damage. It's just accuracy. That's
You're
all
just
you
trying to
have.
get out of the way, so yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Oh, okay. I forgot to put in the difficulty. What's the difficulty in this roll?
Please reset your action parameters. Hit the little maroon button.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Difficulty's 5. If you leave the
Alright.
difficulty 0, the roll will just tell you what you beat. It'll say,
Okay.
this is what level you did.
Alright. And I'm trying to remember if I have any like training in this
No.
in defending. No, moves like a cat.
That
If you
is-
do, you will have under your skills, skilled in speed defense or skilled in might defense.
So I'll bring up your character sheet right now, and
Alright,
you have
I mean,
balance
I have
and
a
initiative.
balance. I have a balance skill.
So do I.
That'll help you when you need to balance.
And initiative will help you when you're trying to beat somebody to the
to the
draw.
punch.
Yeah, that would have helped you during the initiative of this combat.
I thought I used that, but
You probably did. So make a speed defense roll.
all right.
That's a good one.
At
Oh.
20. Wow.
So I assume I can use misdirect then.
Major effect.
First thing you can do is do misdirect. Unfortunately, here's the problem with misdirect right now.
Is
I
it
don't
an
think you can
immediate
use misdirect.
distance?
Okay.
When your opponent misses you, you can redirect their attack to another target of your choosing within immediate range of you.
Yeah.
So
The other robot's
too far away.
one too far away.
But
You can make it
because
hit me.
you have a major effect, you see an opening you can take advantage of immediately. Attack.
I will do that. I assume this is another might roll.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, he probably doesn't
Alright,
have
what's
the
the difficulty
opportunity
on
to
this
use
one?
edge.
6.
6. Oof. All right, I will spend an effort more on accuracy. All right. Yep.
Eesh.
Yep, and you still can't get them.
Ah. What is up with my rolls? I can dodge, but I
Flicker.
can't attack worth a crud. Ugh.
Flicker fade.
I want to do I want to attempt to do this. I'm going to call out to the both of these raiders and say, hold the box in my hand and say, stand down, you have failed. If you do not stop, you'll be destroyed. But I'm going to say it in their language. And I want to use lies and tricks to do this.
All right. Jeez.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to convince them that they've been unsuccessful and they should just give up at this point.
I'm going to make this a level 8 roll.
Okay.
This is really hard to do.
It's an intellect based, right?
Yes.
And it's lies and tricks, which I have a specialization in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's difficulty 8.
Click the S.
And then specialization. Okay.
Any effort?
So I'll put the effort in. Okay, and then let's see, do I have anything else to juice this up? No. Is lies and tricks part of being stealthy as my descriptor?
No.
No. Okay. I'm just checking.
It's just your
All right.
lies and tricks, your deception skill, that's what you use.
And I have the edge, so it's going to cost one less anyway, right? I
Yeah.
have
That,
an edge.
when you hit the button, that all calculates.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's see. Wish me luck, guys. Here we go.
Good luck.
Did you spend effort?
Yes, I put one effort.
Okay. Do it.
Oh no, it's so bad.
Is that a super whip? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
He
it would have
is,
been cool.
he is unconvinced.
They're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. First off, I gave you like level 8 on this because one, it's a robot and it's really hard to
It don't matter at a 6. I rolled a goddamn 6. It don't matter.
and two, it knows the situation that's at hand.
You could have left it at a 5. I still would have failed at that point.
Praxis.
Great. So that went nowhere really quickly. This one's still frozen in time.
Yes.
And this big boy is kind of not focused on me.
There's a lot happening around him.
Yeah, well, yeah. There. I'm gonna go for another attempt at an onslaught at him. And but I'm not gonna spend any effort.
Okay.
And it's difficulty 5,
6.
6.
Their defense is 6. Everything else on them is 5. Oh, yes.
Major effect.
So, first it'll take 5... How much damage? 4 damage?
Yeah.
8.
Plus the extra 4, yes.
Yeah.
4 is
So-
the base.
Yeah, 4's base and then plus 4.
Boom. You put some pretty big dents into it this time. And as you let's see what your
It's at the bottom
it's not
here.
listed. Your major and minor effect aren't listed under your background. Where did you put your major and minor effect stuff?
Here, I'll copy paste
I
them from
put
here. I'm
mine
right
under
on it right now.
miscellaneous.
It's major effect is while out of phase, you are also invisible.
Okay, so that does not apply. So I get to make up a new major effect.
There, now they're there.
All right. What happens is it hits him, knocking him back, and twirls him around. And your nanites continue to fly past him, hit the window behind him, and blow it out.
Ooh. Fancy.
So now he has an open window right behind him.
Push him, Kasim. Push him.
Jade.
Or Jade. Push him out the window.
I'm going to use Onslaught, hoping to push him back specifically.
All right. To do one of these maneuvers will increase the difficulty by 1.
Well, hopefully I don't roll shitty. Let's see. I can only put in 1 effort.
Yep.
Because that's all the intellect I have left.
Well, you can take a round to recover.
Yes, I know. All I can do is cross my fingers for getting really lucky.
Nope.
Failure.
Sorry if I've eaten all the luck.
Kasim.
Back to me. All right. So the window is open in front of that robot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll shove him right through it.
All right. It's going to be difficulty 7 for this. Really tough.
Ugh.
It's going to be might to shove him through.
All right. I'll try again.
Big heavy robot.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, let's give it a shot. Yay!
Oh, so close.
Oh, by 1. All right. The raider is going to turn and...
Oh, what about passion points? Don't we have passion points?
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a homebrew rule I was doing, but just forget about them for now. You can spend your experience points to reroll any roll, by the way.
Nah, it's a waste, in my opinion.
All right.
It depends on the roll.
Like Jade, if you wanted to spend an experience points to reroll yours, you could. I don't mind. The raider goes and is going to attack Kasim again. Kasim, speed or might defense?
Speed.
All right, as you attempt to duck out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Spend effort on that one, and what's the difficulty on that? 5?
5.
Much
All right.
easier.
Alright, let's give that a shot. Nah.
All right,
Ooh.
take 4 points of damage. Might
Boff.
damage.
Alright, so
As it
where
slashes
do I
you.
calculate that? Oh.
Minus your armor.
Flicker fade.
Mm,
Would you like to get some evidence for your lies to make it easier to lie?
how about change it up then and say stop or I'll destroy it, and I look like I'm gonna smash the box.
Okay.
Would that enhance it or change it at all?
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Okay.
They're like, we already did the thing. You should just smash the box.
No, but it's so pretty. I want to keep it. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll just smash the box on the ground and just try to smash it.
Okay, might level 8. It's really a tough box. It's very strong in construction.
I'm not a mighty person, so how about I just toss it out the fucking open window?
You can do that. That's far easier. I'm going to make it a level 2 speed challenge.
Level 2 speed challenge. Okay, just chunk the thing out the window.
That's all you have to do is roll a 6 or more on a d20.
Let's try that out. Nope.
Wow.
It
The
thuds
fail-
against the wall directly next to the window.
Robot monster has sucked all of the luck out of every other single roll. Yeah.
Should have spent
Falls
some
down on the
effort,
ground.
bro.
It's like right here. It falls on top of this guy. He grabs it and just.
Takes a nap with it.
Yeah.
No, with that roll, I think I threw it behind me, like when I chucked my arm back to
That
throw
would
it.
have been
flying.
something different. Praxis.
No, it's way worse for it to be right there.
Praxis.
Is somebody holding it, or
Holding
is
what?
it just on the ground?
The box.
Just, yeah, it's on top of this sleeping guy.
Okay, I use hedge magic to pull it over to myself.
All right, you have it. You have the box. Jade.
I'm like, I feel
now a game
stupid.
of hot potato. Who
I
will
need
win?
a rest.
All right, make a recovery.
Roll a d6.
Yeah, make a recovery roll. Oh, there you
Oh,
go. 7 points
nice.
back.
8.
Oh, 8 points back.
I'm tier 2.
Kasim,
Wow.
would you like to try and chunk him out, push him out the window again? Do you have a cipher? Remember, you have ciphers too, guys. Use your special, cool little magic items.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
mine
desk
lets me
notebook?
look at a year ago.
Okay, so let's see. I got my density nodule, which is affixed to a melee weapon, which I assume is my sword. So for the next 48 or 28 hours, each time the weapon, the nodule is attached to, strikes a solid creature or object, the weapon suddenly increases dramatically in weight, causing the blow to inflict an additional 2 points of damage.
I have the same cipher.
Nice. I mean, I've been missing the guy, so
Would you like to try and push him out the window again?
I mean, it's still gonna be the same difficulty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
7. Unless you can
7.
figure out.
Last time it was 8. What lowered
No,
the
it
difficulty?
wasn't.
No, it was 7 last time. It was 7 last time. He's a 6 defense, plus the push increases it by 1 level. It's a 7. Unless you can figure out a way to gain some sort of advantage on him.
Like multiple people at once.
Nah, I'm just gonna fruitlessly hit it with my sword again.
Okay, that's a difficulty 6.
Bless you.
Thank you.
GM intrusion.
Of course.
Yeah,
Jesus,
a
y'all
1
are
on
just
the
making
die.
things worse. Can y'all get out of my way, please?
Yeah,
Yeah, no worries.
it's up to
I've
you.
lost interest.
Y'all are just like slipping around.
All right, he knocks the sword out of your hand. It flies around and skids on the ground and is now like 10 feet away from you.
Joy.
Then he tries to stab you again.
Totally fair.
Level 5 speed defense.
I mean, we're assuming you're using speed.
There you go. You got out of the way. Flicker fade.
I'm gonna take an action to pull out my pole arm.
Okay, you now have your pole arm. Praxis. That's really interesting there, Praxis.
Yep. I'm checking my abilities to see if I have anything specifically that will help me destroy this box. But seeing as that's failing me now, what I'm going to do is go 1, 2, and I'm going to try to chuck it out the window.
Okay.
And roll a 4.
Short range, so level 2 speed task.
Success.
All
All right, go straight out the window. It goes right past his head, right out the open window, and as it hits the air out there, you see it go.
I'm thinking to myself, oh wait, that's a cipher. I could have just held on to that cipher. Like,
It's not a cipher. It's an artifact. It's even cooler than a cipher. And you just chucked it out the window. You could have just turned it off.
that's what I was just thinking. I have understanding Numenera.
You do, but you chucked it out the window.
You have.
It's gone.
No. I'm saying I have understanding Numenera, and I rolled that understanding Numenera earlier.
Uh-huh.
Would I have realized that it's an artifact and not a cipher?
I actually put that in the description.
Did you put it's an artifact?
I did. I wrote everything down.
And you're not just
And
trained.
you chucked it out the window.
There's Simpson moments where you go, don't.
Jay!
You're like,
Oh,
This
Wait,
game
did I really
is
Corey,
Whoa.
a disaster.
you yeeted that shit!
my character is smarter than that. I may
Not today!
Pull
My
him all
character
again.
is smarter than that. Can I take some intelligence damage to have not done that to retcon it?
There's no retcons.
And my brain
It's
physically
gone.
hurt myself to stop my hand from opening as
I
I
would
threw
say
it.
that might be possible, but you also thought about destroying it just like I did. So I think
I'm gonna say you threw it out the window.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone. Jade?
I'm gonna move up a little and be like, hey, Kasim, let's push this guy out together.
Well, 2 pairs of arms won't hurt. Let's go for it.
All right. You braced to help Kasim. Kasim, it's your turn.
Oh, all right. Let's make another might roll.
Okay. It is level 7. You have 2 assets from Jade.
All right, excellent. Let's try again. Finally.
And a minor effect. Look at
Minor
that.
effect being restore 2 points to my speed pool.
That sounds great. Do that.
Yes, that sounds lovely.
I
All right.
think it might be better if I restore my might pool a bit.
No.
Also, I've already been Corey, I've been automatically deducting from my might pool. I think you've been taking extra points from my might pool out.
What do you mean? The red die takes it out automatically.
Oh, I've still been deducting it. Oops.
Yeah, so then
No,
put
that's
back
so
your
you
double
don't
cost.
have to.
The red die does it automatically. All right, the creature flies out the window and starts falling to his doom.
He just grabs the device out of the air.
This other one probably doesn't have
As
much
it
longer
falls,
in
you hear it say,
stasis.
"Nyam, nyam, nyam, nyam."
Which says what? You know what he said.
I don't know. The dialect was weird. You didn't catch it all. Okay. So that's it for initiative for now. You got one in stasis, but it's going to come out of stasis very soon, in less than a minute. You have a little bit of time to figure out what you're going to do with this thing.
So I think we should probably just all surround this guy and try to drag him out the window.
Why don't we do it right now? Why don't we just chuck him while he's still in stasis?
How about
Well-
surrender, or else you'll go out there like your friend and in his language.
I don't know how to speak his language.
I do. Actually, that's what I say. Surrender, or you'll go the way of your friend.
It is unmoving.
It will be completely incapable of being moved either by itself or anything else until the effect wears off, or I simply release it.
Like, even for talking, it can't talk either. It's
That's
just-
correct.
Okay, so it couldn't respond if it wanted to.
Yes.
Well, then I tell you guys, I told it to surrender, or else we'd throw it out the window with its friend. But
It's
not-
going to... The stasis is ending in 5, 4, 3...
Let's
Walk up
get
and
up there.
I get around one
2.
side of it to try to push it out.
I'm gonna move closer to it.
All right. Everybody get in position.
Ah, I can't.
We're going to start at the top of the round with Praxis.
All right. I'm going to assist in dragging his ass overboard.
All right. Jade.
Me too.
Yep, I'm going to assist as well.
You move me in this hex right between.
Kasim, you're the last one that goes before it goes.
Before
so
it, yeah.
You better do the thing.
Me?
No. Flickerdale.
Kasim, you're the last person that goes before it goes. So if everybody's assisting to help push it, and then it goes, it can just get out of the way of the pushing if you are just assisting You gotta push it!
Yeah,
All
we
right.
should at least
I
get it
will,
up
I
to
will,
the
like,
window.
help with pushing it. I will direct it.
You gotta make the roll, buddy.
All right, let's do it then. Difficulty 7. Let's see. How many assets?
If you... Oh, okay. Is anybody trained in like lifting or pushing or anything like that?
Let me look.
No.
Yeah, I should have gave you only one asset last turn. Okay, you get 2 assets.
All right.
It doesn't
All right,
matter. You can't get
difficulty
more.
7, I assume.
You can't get more than 2 assets from helping, anyways. So
All right.
Wait, this guy is a Numenera.
no.
Is
that's
he?
that's Flicker Fade. You're not sure who he is. Anyways, make your roll there. Oh, is that what you? No, that's your last roll.
No, I didn't. I didn't roll yet. Ah!
Oh, God.
All right.
So you did well.
It's fine. Would you like to make a re-roll with an experience point?
I mean, it's probably the best bet, so let's do that then. I will spend an experience point. And let me see, do another reroll.
Would you like to spend another experience point for a re-roll?
I believe in you, Matt. Eventually, you will succeed at one of these rolls.
Yeah, and how many less experience points am I out of to, like, you know, get some more abilities that might help my character?
But how much more clout would you have if you pulled this guy out of the window on the first try?
All right, let's
You know,
try
it's still
once
difficulty
more.
5.
Once more.
Oh my!
Although I
Done
do
with
feel
this
like
ruler. Ah!
it's kind of ridiculous to only get a bonus of 2
Corey!
when you have, like, Okay, I'll get his right leg, you get his left leg. I'll get his right arm, you get his left arm. Ooh, let's all drag him out.
By the way, gain back six might because you didn't spend all that might. These are re-rolls. So when you re-roll, make sure to hit the green button instead of the red button.
Yeah.
So you get back 6 might. You didn't spend that 6 might.
Okay. Like, should I spend another XP? Like,
for an engine for a mile.
I
Do
mean,
it!
you got a 5, a
In for
7,
a penny
and
and for a pound. What is that? If you don't,
Corey, I better earn more experience points at the end of this adventure.
I'll give you some more. Experience
Otherwise,
points.
I'm eating myself out the window.
I'll give you more
Right,
experience
Cassine
points.
jumps out the window out of
I
frustration.
will use
Oh, yeah.
mechanics in the book to give you more experience points. I
Don't you
promise.
get an experience points if you get a GM intrusion?
Only if I inflict one on you, not if you roll a 1.
Oh.
So go ahead. I'll inflict some GM intrusions on you and give you some more experience points.
Okay.
Dude, just don't fail again.
when I'm in the bathroom.
I'm hoping, like, and I'm clicking the green die, but it's not doing anything.
The green
I got
guy's
no
not-
idea what it's
A
trying
green
to do.
die on what is it? Might.
Might?
Green
Might.
die on might.
Let me
Yeah,
see what you got here.
I'm clicking it. It's not doing anything.
That's weird.
Oh my god! Come on.
Well, it went. There you go.
Success.
Oh,
Holy shit! What just happened?
+2.
I have no
damage.
idea.
I'm just gonna take the last one. I don't know where the first one started and the last one. I'm just gonna do the last one. So it's success.
Joy.
So you pull this
Thank
guy
you.
out the window, but as you push him out, he grabs you and he pulls you out the window too. And you're hanging by the edge of the ship. GM intrusion. Give yourself an experience point and pick another character to get an experience point.
All right. Well, let's see. I am going to give it to Jade.
Okie dokie. Let's see. I don't have anything especially useful for this. I mean, I have some gravity
She made
control,
the
but
suggestion of pushing them
Flicker
out
fade.
the window, and I'm just like,
Flicker fade.
all right,
There's a guy hanging out the window.
this is my life now.
Let's see. I will
Step on his
grab
hand.
his ankle and pull him back in.
Okay. You can move only 10 feet, so he's not close enough. You move up close towards him, but he's still out of your reach.
That's me.
Oh, no, it's not. This
Yeah,
is
that's
you.
me.
This is you. This.
So do I still have the nullifier thingy on?
What are you talking about?
Don't change my icons.
This
Still have-
is Praxis.
Yeah,
This-
and I have the icon.
Yeah. You have the object. Well, actually, you don't have the object. You threw it out the window.
No, I still do have the object on the phone. Got to remove it, so I didn't throw it. Why do I have? Oh, that's my.
So I'm asking Carlos.
I'm just gonna move closer, but I can't do anything then.
Yeah. Praxis.
I can't move my guy. Is that me? Because I can't move it.
I already moved you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I activate and. Well, hold on. I move 1, 2, and then I activate and throw a device directly at Kasim.
Okay.
It hits him in the face, and he loses his grip and falls.
Good.
What are you throwing at him?
Good. I'm throwing a gravity nullifier.
Oh, that's interesting. So what's it gonna do?
It's,
and he
it
floats into
allows
the
whatever
sky.
it allows whatever I'm activating it on to float as long as it's less than 400 pounds for 1 hour, ignoring the effects of gravity.
Okay. You're gonna throw it at him. So make a speed check. TN2.
Make sure you put your efforts into accuracy.
Oh, you're telling me to spend effort on you, huh?
I'm joking.
I'm glad. I guess
All right.
I'm glad I did. All right. I succeeded. I'm very tired, but I succeeded.
What does your gravity nullifier look like?
It's just the little, like, almost like a gumball device. It looks like a small circular device. And I just throw it over at him, and as it hits him, it goes and like blobs onto him, and then he starts feeling like gravity
He's
is no
not
longer
gonna
working.
fall.
All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. You feel weightless.
Kasim drags himself back through the window.
Well, Jade, before that happens,
Yes, I run up and I grab your hand and help you in.
all right.
Kasim
Kasim,
thanks you.
Kasim, make a climb check to get back inside. You get an asset from Jade trying to pull you in, and you get an asset from being weightless.
Okay, so 2 assets. How many difficulty?
Difficulty of 4.
All right, will it be speed or might?
Might. It's climbing.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay, should I spend an effort?
Bro,
How
spent
much
an
do you
effort
like
just
your
to hit you
life?
with this thing? Don't you dare go, I'm not going to spend an effort. I don't want to blah, 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 blah.
Fine. Monsieur complaining. DM intrusion.
See? This is why you
And I
spend
spent
effort.
effort too.
Didn't you say
Yeah, but if
Oh
you get a
my
1 on the
God.
die, it doesn't matter what it adds up to.
And I flew into the sky.
Well, at least you're not gonna fall
Pennywise
to
the
your
clown.
death.
He's like, remember this clown as he goes out with a frown.
We're gonna have someone die before we even get to the place.
And you're weightless. You're not gonna fall out. You're not gonna fall down. You're just
Yeah,
gonna fall
that's what
out
I was
of the
saying.
plane and then just be floating
He's
there.
just
as
gonna
we
get
float away.
lost.
Kasim flies away. And Kasim, as you as you let go and you can't grab on anymore, you start floating.
I can't hear a word
Past
you're
one of
saying.
the wings.
You were just
Can
losing
you,
your
can you
composure.
grab onto a wing, Kasim? You can do it.
Kasim, grab a wing!
Jesus Christ. There's something on
Corey,
the wing.
if I didn't know any better, I think you had it out for me for this game. Like,
Dude,
goddamn.
you're the one rolling him, though. Like,
It said GM intrusion. Ah!
He rolled a 1.
Ah!
yeah, but Corey didn't force the 1 to happen.
This actually
Speed
says
roll.
or
This is
take
just
plus
not my
2
game.
damage.
If I attack
So
you.
yeah, that's
Lose that
if he's
pet
gonna
of a
take
singing
damage
fishbowl
anyway.
Thing, and now this. Ah!
Now I'm gonna lose my fucking thing, too. It's reusable.
I mean, I'm holding on to a wing right now, as Corey described, right?
No, you have to make a speed
Can
roll.
you? Yes.
A speed roll. Okay.
Yeah.
TN.
And what does the edge do for me? Because apparently I have 2 edge for speed.
Oh, it
It
makes.
just means that it subtracts 2 from like the first amont of points you spend
Yeah.
to do a thing.
When you spend points,
Okay,
it costs
is
2
it
less.
still a 4 difficulty?
It's going to be a 3 difficulty to grab onto the wing.
Okay, and I only have 1 asset, I assume.
You have 0. Oh, yeah, you have 1 asset from being
Weightless.
Weightless, yeah.
Yes. It's a failure. It's a success.
All right, you are on the wing. The wind's passing by you.
It's lovely bobbing along. Oh,
Good thing you're strong. Or that, or whatever.
and like Kasim is
As
just
you're
gonna
out
hold on
there-
as tightly as he can.
as you're
and
out
take
there
some time
holding
to
onto this
rest
wing.
and recuperate.
You see one of the robots up at the helium bladder. And it makes a huge tear. It sees its compatriots fall to its doom. And it looks at the bladder, takes out its blade, and makes a huge gash in it. And then jumps off to join its friends.
Kasim will yell, "Guys, we have a big problem! The helium bladder is sliced! Get out of here!"
I'm
Get
glad
out
you
of
said
here.
that into the wind outside.
Everybody
I assume we
feels-
hear nothing.
Everybody, as he says that, everybody feels the ship lurch. And everybody kind of moves towards the front of the ship as it starts to nosedive.
It's going down. It should be not too fast at first.
So,
Um,
just in case it's about to make impact on the ground, Kasim will let go if it will get that close. It's like, okay,
You're just holding on.
I leave you to
okay,
your fate.
if I jump just before it crashes, I should be. That's how physics works, right?
I mean, he's
Dude,
weightless.
no,
He
you're
probably might
weightless.
get hit by the
You
like.
still fall.
Yeah, you're still weightless, or you're weightless, right? You're not massless. So if you let go of the ship, you're not going to go backwards. You're going to keep moving forward into the ground with the ship.
Yeah, you're not affected by Earth's gravity. That's it. Momentum is still a thing.
Momentum and mass.
And velocity. And yeah.
Yeah, so in other words, you're not going to have to just let go. You'll have to jump up.
Yeah.
The only reason you're
Alright.
being forced backwards is because there's air and wind. And that makes you slower than the ship when you're outside. And that's why you move backwards.
Okay.
Because you're not
And
moving
he will
backwards.
turn his cape into a glider.
Because you're not actually moving backwards. You're moving
Less
forward,
forward?
slower than the ship. So relative to the ship, you're moving backwards, but you're actually moving forward slower than the ship. But not anymore since you grabbed onto the ship. So everybody inside, there's no initiative. The ship's going down. What are y'all doing?
I'm running to the front of the ship to check the controls to see if there's anything I
Okay,
can
there's
do
a
to correct.
door between you and the control room.
Okay.
The door is locked.
I'm going to do that as well, and I have a lock picking ability.
All right. The door to the cockpit is locked inside. From the inside, you kind of push on it, and you were sure that this door wasn't locked before, but it seems to be bolted from the inside. So you're gonna have to like put your shoulder into it to just bash it down. Difficulty 6. Unless you come up with a more clever way.
Yeah. Naginata through the seam to try to cut the bar that's blocking it.
Ooh. You don't have a lot
Wait,
of
there's a
leverage in
bar?
a tiny slot.
Can I
It's
see
like
it?
Barricaded from the other side.
Can I see the bar?
No, you can't. It's on the other side. You know it's there because you're pushing on the door and you hear it clang.
Okay. In that case, I spend 2 intellect and I start slowly passing through the wall.
All right, you're inside.
Okay. I will then open the door.
Okay. Blink, door's open.
And I'm gonna start checking on all the instrumentation to see if I can figure out. Oh my God, the dude's dead over here.
No, it's just another sleeping guy. It looks like a sleeping pilot.
Wake him up. Lap him.
Yeah, he starts slowly waking. Oh. The ship is going down.
It's going down.
He's like, I can't. And falls back asleep.
Oh, great. I start looking at all the doohickeys to see if there's any redundancy controls or any way to slow the descent down from the
All
ship.
right. You want to try and slow the ship down in some sort of controlled crash? I think.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. To bring the ship in for a rough but stable landing requires a difficulty 5 speed roll.
Untrained speed roll. I don't got any assets to this, right?
I don't, doesn't look like it. Unless
Okey-dokey.
Okay, well, while this dude's doing all that, I'm gonna go out the door, back downstairs, see what's over here, and go here.
God.
well, you can't because the doors to the downstairs are locked as well.
Oh, they are? Okay, well,
Yes.
there's nothing downstairs. Okay. There's gotta be
They
something.
are also bolted from the inside.
Hey, would you look at that, Corey?
Boom. Okay, you think you got this ship. You might want to yell back to the passengers that they need to brace themselves for impact.
Brace yourselves! Or hold on.
Brace yourselves. Impact imminent.
As you,
25 seconds.
you bring down the
24
speaker.
seconds. 23 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, you get to the door. Flickerflade runs through the area, gets to the door. Boom, 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 boom. It is also barred from the inside. Jade, what are you doing during all of this?
I'm gonna hop out the window and see if I can help Kasim back in.
Okay. You take yourself out of the window and you are on the outside of the ship. And now how do you get around once you're on the outside of the ship? Because there's really nothing to grab onto except for the windowsill.
Is there a rope anywhere visible?
Well, my
Like,
first
Kasim will
thought
see you.
is, how far away is the wing?
You can probably jump to the wing.
It's just, obviously it's straight down,
Yes. So
but how far?
I'm gonna say it's 10 feet down and just 5 feet away.
Okay.
It looks springy too. Like it probably won't hurt.
Yeah, and in addition, I'm gonna activate my hover, which lets me kind of control where I'm going in the air.
Perfect. All right. Since the ship is going down kind of unwieldy and there's wind and atmosphere and it's blowing around all of you, your hover negates all of that because you have perfect control. You're hovering. So you can move on over to Kasim and be like, "Hi, Kasim."
Take my
What
hand!
are you doing? Go back. Go back inside.
She's standing there like Superman, like.
Hey, while I'm steering, can I do a recovery roll?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Oh, let me click my... I'm now on 10 minutes. It's not switch... There it is.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a recovery roll too.
Okay, you've been out there for a little bit. You can like take a breath as you're holding on.
Did that work? Yeah, okay, that worked.
Everybody but Jade already made it. Okay, so yeah.
What do you do? You just hit the recovery,
Yeah.
the green die or the red die?
The little, it should say, yeah, the recovery red die. Mm-hmm.
So 6 points per pool, I assume, or
It's
6 points
a
No.
total?
D6.
Total, and you spend them.
Yeah, so you rolled a 6, or you rolled a 5 plus 1, so you got 6 points back. The points in
Okay.
parentheses, the number in parentheses is how many points you got back.
And you can split it however you want between your pools.
That's right.
Okay, I did just that.
All right, Jade is standing there. She puts her hand out and says,
Take my
"Go
hand!
on."
Well, Kasim oblages. It's like, all right, get us back inside, please.
All right, you're holding on to her. He doesn't weigh anything. He's fine. You got him.
I'll hover you back in through the window.
All right. You both make it back inside.
Like, all right, now it's time to think about how to survive the crash because the helium bladder is out.
All right. Flicker is knocking at the door to the lower decks. It's bolted closed.
I'm gonna search around this cabin, just looking around for.
The ground is coming up really fast. You have about 10 seconds before the ship hits the ground. One action.
Shoot, I can only do one person at a time with stasis. Let's see. Kasim's weightless. I can hover.
You don't know me. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Go Eric's character.
I'm
yeah.
gonna put stasis on Praxis.
Actually, you know that I can phase through things. Maybe.
It's still like affected. You guys
you shouldn't stasis Praxis. He is piloting the ship.
Oh, he's piloting the ship.
He's piloting the ship.
There was another person who was helping us out. I think I'll stasis him, because he's definitely not being a pilot right now.
He is in a different part of the ship. You don't see him.
He's
is very stealthy.
I thought he was right over here. Where'd he go?
He's very stealthy. Are you looking back here, Carlos?
Yeah.
All right, these are escape pods.
Yeah, I'll jump in one.
All right, you jump in an escape pod. You're in the seat. You hit the button. You're out and you parachute down. It looks like a lot of people could have fit in this escape pod, but then you wouldn't have all this leg room. All right, the ship crashes, but
Okay,
it was a controlled crash. Everybody is absolutely fine. You're just jostled around a bit, but some of the passengers who weren't awake, they kind of got injured because
they got jostled around.
They
Yeah,
all
just-
have destroyed spines at this
But
point.
everybody seems to be alive.
Congratulations, you woke up as a paraplegic.
That's
But
not
you
true.
woke
If
up.
you've ever been in a car accident and you're asleep, your muscles are more relaxed, so you tend to not get as injured.
That is a dirty, dirty wives' tale. That is not true. In fact, I watched Donut Media just recently. They talked about crashes and how to protect yourself. And they said that is 100% a not true thing.
I was in the back seat of Cameron's car when he spun out in the highway and hit the median. Him and Steve were in the front seat. I was laying down in the back, and I didn't even know it happened until the tow truck came.
That's a cool anecdote.
It is.
What happened to
You
your
must
face?
be a really heavy
Yep.
sleeper.
Yeah.
Did you bite your lip?
No, I have an ingrown hair on my mustache, and it's kind of turned into a little bump, and
Ouch.
it's hurting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those suck.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Let's see.
The explosion killed all of them?
So, you made a controlled crash. It is in one piece, but portions of the superstructure are damaged.
There's one escape pod missing.
There's an escape pod missing. The unconscious crew and passengers have survived, though a few have suffered minor injuries.
I try to wake up people and see to their wounds.
They start
I feel
waking
like-
up.
I feel like Corey knew this plane was going to crash on us before we even crashed.
You think? It might be part of the adventure. I don't know. So they start waking up slowly but surely, and they're like, "Where are we? What's going on? Did we crash?" Some people, one
Indeed.
guy's like, "Yeah, we crashed. There were evil robots. I saw them."
Luckily, I was able to right the ship before we crash landed.
I love that.
Carlos, Flicker Fade is comes out of your escape pod. The ship is about a mile away.
I'll make my way that
You
way.
are in the middle of a green sandy waste surrounded. The green sand waste, vast and empty, composed of rolling dunes of fine green sand, interspersed with outcroppings of jagged reddish black rock that can sometimes rise as high as several hundred feet.
Didn't we come across this place in Planescape?
Daisy,
Maybe your other characters were here.
Daisy,
I'll make my way over to the ship.
give me your answer, do.
All right, what are you guys doing at the ship?
I say we all take a breather, relax, recuperate, get a handle on what the hell we were doing here in the first place, and
Yeah.
where we were trying to get to.
I agree, and actually, I have something that might help us figure out what happened. So, first off, I want to take some time to recover.
Yeah,
10 minutes sounds good.
You can take a 10-minute recovery.
I think it's gonna take
Yeah.
like 10 minutes to get to them, right? 10-minute mile. So
Well, you're walking
I
during
think
that
I'll
time,
have
so you
Kassim
can't recover.
do a recovery as well. Because a lot of effort was spent.
That's a
Yeah,
1 hour
we'll move
recovery
it over
roll
to
for
1
some people.
hour.
Oh no, that's it's 10 minutes to 1 hour.
Oh, the next one is an hour. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, what
I got back
did
seven.
And now,
Okay, Flicker Fade. Because you rested, you didn't walk all that way. The walking is going to take, like, effort to do, so
well, stand 10 minutes, do my thing, and then I'll go.
sounds
Yeah.
great.
I have a Numenera called a temporal viewer. It displays moving pictures and sound for up to 60 minutes, depicting events that occurred at the current location up to a year ago. I just need to specify the time period shown. So, I'm going to estimate that we start it about 90 minutes ago. That might show us what led up to the events of
Praxis, do you
the
have anything to
robot
say
and
about that?
stuff.
She said
This
she's gonna check how far back.
I can look up to a year back. I'm thinking maybe about an hour and a half before we woke up.
I say you might want to go for a longer period beforehand. The device that they were utilizing is called the Melu box. It was a very powerful artifact. It, when activated, will target a number of individuals around the box's proximity to induce a sleep-like or comatose state for a number of hours, sometimes lasting up to half an Earth day. We could have been here nearly 12 hours.
That does
At
make
the very
it
minimum, it
difficult.
would have at least been 2 hours if we were put into this state. Seems reasonable enough to believe that we were. But I walk over, as I say that, I walk over to Kassim, and then I push a finger onto like a clump of the putty-like material that was holding you in like gravitational stasis, and then I pull the rest of the putty off of you and put it back into my pocket.
Ah, thank you, Praxis.
Indeed. Don't
I
be
will-
so clumsy next time.
I didn't want to be clumsy. It was just not a good day for me.
It is always particular that you are. It is always important that you Pay attention to your footwork when on a space or a aerospace vessel such as this.
I
One's
will
balance can be
address
quite-
the cabin at large.
So Kasim wants to say something back, but he's not in the mood for it. He's like, duly noted. Duly noted.
What is the last thing that each person here remembers? Do you...
The captain said, well, I came back to address the crew and tell them the passengers, and the first mate says, "Don't move, Captain. You got a broken leg." And she says, "No. I'm the captain here. Everybody needs to know what's going on." And she says, "We left the port of Key, and we were traveling for a few hours towards the city of Bridges. I believe I came out from the cockpit and left the first mate in the cockpit to continue piloting, to address the passengers and tell them what the flight was going to be like when lunch was being served. And I believe I started hearing strange music, and then I was waking up and I saw the passengers here fighting some strange robots."
Question. Do you know, in relation to where we were headed on our trajectory, where exactly we have ended? That would determine how long we were
She looks out
in
the
transit.
window and says, "This landscape is totally alien to me. If we were unconscious, I don't know how long we were, because nowhere along our flight path is a landscape like this." One guy says,
I
Well-
sense magic.
"Well, we better get back to Key. And I know we were headed east, so we should just head back west."
Before you do that, one moment. I look like I'm shutting down for a second and then start scanning the area. I need to spend a number of minutes in study for sense magic, but I basically start looking around the area to see if I sense anything strange, unnatural. You can sense whether a Numenera is active in situations where its presence is not obvious. You must study an object or location closely for at least a minute, get a feel for whether there is a touch of the ancients at work. So I'm gonna basically study our environment, the ship first, and then if necessary, the areas around us to see if I sense any.
Okay, you start doing that. The captain says, How long do we need to wait for this?"
Oh, it'll just
You know
be a
what?
minute.
Just let him do his thing. We'll keep talking without
But
him.
do you remember what time it was when you started hearing that music?
You know what? We do have a clock. Maloli. Yes, Captain. Go check the clock and tell me what it says. All right. He goes into the cockpit, comes back out, tells him the time. He says, "All right, it has to be around 7 hours ago."
Okay. So I'll wait for my friend Praxis to complete what he's doing now, but I'll keep that in mind for if I need to use this item.
Okay.
Okay. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
Sure.
Do I start glowing?
It's the ship is a Numenera. It's an airship. The location, if you want to know anything about the location, It's not magical at all. It's a natural landscape.
I'm gonna. So the ship is a Numenera. I'm going to attempt to see if I can understand whether I can figure out a way to repair the ship, or at least extract information from its logs. Like, see if there's any way that I can extract information from it.
Okay. 1, this ship needs helium in its bladder. It needs its bladder repaired and helium in it. It also needs some of its superstructure repaired. You'll need synth steel for that. 2, there are logs. They are under the captain's purview. They are not for you. Meaning they're passworded.
I'm not saying like ship logs as in like the captain's logs. I'm talking about ship's data logs of like where it's been, the trajectory it was
like
going
black
to be
box
on.
data.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's nothing like that.
Actual functioning data.
Nah, there's nothing like that.
Okay. Then I just sit there for a while, and after a while I stand up and go, it seems as though gathering information from this Numenera is going to be quite difficult. Suppose the only way for us to know for sure.
We made it as rustic as possible. This is synth steel that is made to look like wood. All the controls are dials and buttons. Our logs are book logs. We write them down.
Can I research your logs to ensure that
No.
the
They're
information
mine. You can't look at my
consistent?
logs. If you want to ask me a question about where we've been and where we're going, I can answer that for you.
Indeed. Could you inform me on where we have been and where we are going so that we can identify where we currently are?
We left the city of Key, and we were headed towards the city of Bridges in a westwardly way. I'm sorry, an easterly way. We were moving east towards the city of Bridges. It takes about 18 hours to get there. About 2 hours into our trip, I came out to talk to you all, and that is when the attack happened on us.
7 hours later, and
7
we are
hours
now
later,
here.
we're here. There is
But
no
this was
place
nowhere
on
near.
my charts that matches this description. I have flown all over this place.
We're on the same world we were in when we started the game, right? Ocealy?
As far as we know.
What? I mean,
I asked that because I remember in the first game we were in, we found a space station. We went up like into space. So I don't know if we like came back down and we're still on the same planet.
as far as you know, okay. When you got on this ship, you were on the ninth world.
Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly what I'm asking.
You were in the
Excellent.
ninth
Okay.
world when you got on this ship. Where
But
you
now, who
crashed,
knows?
it could be the ninth world. It could be an alternate dimension. You could all be dead and you're in heaven. I don't know. Like,
No,
it's
that's
Numenera. Who knows?
Perfect. I just wanted to know when we got on this ship, were we still in the ninth world?
Yes.
And yes. Okay. Then I go, and you do not recognize any place in the ninth world that would hold this
Well,
terrain?
I don't know any place in the ninth world within range of this ship that looks like this.
I start thinking about, is there any place that, you said it was green desert, green sand?
Yes.
I start thinking to myself, is there any place on, topologically on the ninth world that might fit with green sand that should be noteworthy?
That would be an interesting question if you had maybe a library or something like that, but you grew up in a tiny
knowledge
town.
geography.
You grew up in a very tiny town that was isolated for most of your life. So,
Hey, look, bro, I met an octopus inside of a robot suit. I know things. I've seen things.
Okay.
there's
Well,
nothing that makes you think you're not in the ninth world.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's...
I'm going to say I think we should just use this temporal viewer The captain thinks that the attack happened about 7 hours ago, so that should be a good point to start at.
Okay. Does the Temple Reviewer give you sound?
It does.
Cool. So a hologram appears, kind of overlapping the interior of the ship, plank for plank. And you see holograms of yourselves moving through the cabin. You see the captain come out and begin talking about how long the trip is going to be, how far up in the air you are, all of these things. When you start hearing this music and everybody starts falling asleep, and then you see the robots in cloaks walk out of a... Basically, they kind of walk out of the walls themselves with a shining light that appears around them as if they maybe phased through the walls or phased into this world, or you're not sure, but they kind of just came in. There were more than what you saw, and one heads into the cockpit. The other two close the door, and they look out. Two of them go downstairs, and two more head out onto the side of the ship. They begin talking in their weird language that no one knows except for Flickerflade, who's not here.
Those critters, then there should be more on the ship then, right? By my count, there should be still more. Only 3 jumped off. You just described, what, 7?
Yes.
So there technically could be 4 more on the ship still.
Well, there's the cabins below.
What is in the cabins below ship?
He says those are storerooms, other passengers were down there, and cargo.
Their lives may be in danger. We should go and clear that bottom floor.
Okay.
I start going toward the doorways.
They're barred from the inside.
Hmm. Do you have a key of some variety?
They should be open. Someone must have put something in front of the doors. Maloli, give him some elbow grease. This small man walks up and says, you got a strong shoulder? We'll go on 3.
Indeed.
All right. Make a might roll with an asset. It is difficulty 6.
Okay, that's gonna be all right, fine. Fine. God damn it.
Bonk.
So close.
You bonk off of it. He says, it's pretty strong, Captain. I don't know if we can get down there without some tools. He says,
Did not know.
why don't you go out the window and go around the other way? It's like, good thinking, Captain. Everybody starts hearing this weird hum coming from outside the ship, outside the window.
I look out the window.
Hold on. Carlos is on the phone now. I was gonna bring him in.
He's ordering room service.
Sorry about that. What's up?
Flicker Fade, you come up to the ship. And you see people looking out the window at you as you're playing with your little humming crystal.
I wave. Now, there's probably... Okay, we were on an upper deck. I know there's probably a lower deck. The ship's on the ground now. Is there a way in to the ship through a window on the lower deck since I'm probably
Sure.
small. Yeah.
There's a way into the lower deck from there.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend my intellect
I'll go
and
hop in.
just walk through the wall or the door there.
Okay, you walk right through. You see it's barred from the other side.
I unbar it.
Okay, bloop, door opens.
Does it happen to be the room that I'm hopping into?
All right. The cat. Maui says that's pretty handy. Good job.
It is a blessing and a curse.
All right,
But
you
it will
guys
do
head on
now.
down into the storeroom. You see the door open on the far side, and Flickerflade walk in.
Well, I am glad that you found shelter in the lower decks. Have you seen any enemies
This
down here?
room is in total disarray. All of the boxes are everywhere. Stuff is falling off. You see some injured people. You see the robot guys with the mirror faces. They have been smashed behind giant crates and are in pieces.
I walk up to
interesting.
investigate them.
I do too.
I'm gonna check the cargo.
Okay, there's lots of cargo. It'll take a while to search it all.
I'm sure.
In fact, there's a big hole in the bottom. Since this is the bottom, there's actually a big hole, and some of the cargo has been strewn out across the sand as well, from where you initially crashed.
I'm looking to see if there's anything unique. So it's just kind of like casually looking over if there's just boxes of junk, whatever.
Make an intellect roll. The higher the level you make, the more impressive a find you get. So,
So I pick-
so make
I
it
pick the
difficulty
level?
0.
Difficulty 0?
Yeah,
Okay.
difficulty 0, but it's not actually difficulty 0. It's just the higher you roll, the more interesting thing you get. You can spend effort on this intellect roll too if you want, but you don't have to. You never have to.
Really? Wait, did I don't... No.
So you find something, and it's a robot, fully alive.
Yeah, if you roll a GM intrusion, that's exactly what you find.
That's what he rolled.
That's what I rolled.
He rolled a 1.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why I said that.
Uh-oh.
Like he finds a fucking robot.
Okay.
He put in effort, but the die
What?
was a 1.
You open up.
Actually, I'm thinking about taking the 2 damage.
You start looking through stuff. You're like, "This rope. This is it," and then you find like a piece of the robot. And as you're holding your humming crystal that makes that weird humming sound, you see it start to reform itself, and like a little claw bursts out of it. It picks itself up and starts running for the big hole in the side of the ship.
I call out, I'm like, guys, the robot, it's running.
I try to spot what he's pointing at. Actually, I might be busy already with the
Yeah,
studying
Actually,
the other robot.
it's up to you.
But-
It's up to Flickerflade to do something.
I'll try to swipe it with my pole arm. I got a little bit of
Swipe or
reach.
no
on it.
swiping.
Try to impale it, I guess, or into the deck.
Okay. It is a difficulty speed 5 to catch it. Speed 5 difficulty.
All right. See what happens. Here's another failure.
You got it. You spear it right through with your pole arm, and now you have it like a shish kebab on the end of your pole arm.
I'll swing it over towards one of these guys and say, "Here you go."
Robo kebab. I haven't had this in years.
It's delicious and nutritious.
Anyone needs a little bit more iron in their diet?
Okay. You guys want to start studying these robot parts?
Yeah.
Understanding Numenera, difficulty 6.
I figure I can leave the role to Praxis and give him an asset or two.
Sounds good. Are you skilled?
I'm skilled.
So you get 2 asset.
Or trained.
Okay.
Yes. If you're
What is
trained, you get 2 asset
what
instead
is-
of 1.
Esoteries and illusions.
This is not an esoterian or illusion.
Okay, gotcha. Then I
Okay,
don't.
so I get 2 assets. The difficulty was what?
6.
And then I can spend effort if I want.
Oh, there you go.
Lovely.
Excellent.
That's me.
So this is what you understand.
You know that's me, right?
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
flicker
Carlos.
plate. What are you rolling a die for? You don't.
I was studying the thing that I have impaled on there. But I did it
You don't need a
untrained.
roll for that. There's no roll.
Well, I'm trying to understand what it is or what it does, or I mean,
Oh, you're also trying to understand what it is?
yeah, what is this robot that I impaled on my polearm? I'm
You have
checking it out.
inability with understanding Numenera? No, do you? No.
I have untrained. That was an untrained roll.
Okay, it's
I
an
mean,
untrained roll. Okay, I'll give you what you get. I need to know what Praxis gets, though. All right, success because you have so much assets and and skills and things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a
good job.
4.
Yeah,
The best of numbers.
it brought down your TN from a 6 to a 1. Holy moly.
I'm good at this. Especially with help.
Okay. This is what you guys understand. Both of you, all 3 of you understand it because all 3 of you were part of this. The science involved here is unlike anything you've ever seen before. A strange, dull metal of unknown type, which forms both the ring on the raider's head and the superstructure of its body, seems to deflect, control, and dampen sound. Carlos, Flicker Fade got a major effect. I'm giving you extra information. The thing repaired itself when it was near you. The other pieces weren't repairing themselves. Something was different. You were holding the humming crystal in your hand. Sound. These things are powered by sound.
hence the box that they had that was.
If there is ambient sound around, they will get energy to repair themselves.
I will start to convey that to the rest of the group looking at the robots. I'll repeat exactly what he said, guys. I think that these things repair themselves using sound waves. My little crystal hums, and this thing tried to jump at me or run out the door while I was standing next to it.
Oh. That's very interesting.
What an oddity. Should we not be talking then?
It's like a monkey's claw. It's basically like the wrist of one of these things, right? A hand and a wrist, or
Yeah, it's like a piece of an arm or something. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's a piece of the robot.
I could find a head and try to pull out my crystal again.
Is it any sound or is it a specific frequency?
You know it's just ambient noise. As long as there's a continuous sound, they can use that. So, like, if it's raining and there's the patter of rain, that would work. Your crystal's continuous hum, stuff like that. If there's conversation of a lot of people in a room, like, that'll do it too.
Yeah, find a head. I say, where is there a head of one of these things?
Yeah, there's a head. You can find one.
Put it on top of this box here, and I pull out my crystal.
Okay. The thing starts
Okay.
to knit itself back together. As little tendrils come out and it grabs onto
Okay.
its
Experiment.
torso.
Experiment accomplished. Let us no longer have this thing rebuild itself.
Well, I was hoping to communicate with it. Does
We
it
do
have?
not need an excess threat.
It legs start coming back together.
Okay, I put my crystal away.
All right, you
Thank
put your
you.
crystal away.
Mm.
It gets up. It looks at all of you, and begins to start headed towards the hole in the side of the ship.
Yeah, we can't let this thing live.
Great.
Actually,
Let's get it.
It was taking us to the keep. I'm sure that's where it's heading.
Keep?
What keep?
The keep I told you about up on the upper deck. They were talking about how they breached the ship and they took control, and that they were taking us to the keep.
You can understand them?
I was talking to it up there. I told you all of this. Nobody ever listens to me. No one ever pays attention to me.
I do not know you.
But it doesn't matter if it's you. It's just anybody. Nobody ever listens to me.
The thing's gone. Ran away.
And like
It is
Kasim was
not
just
going to-
resting in the other
It
room.
is not going to lead us anywhere if it just runs away. I poke
Yeah,
my
you're
head out the
upstairs.
window.
It ran out the big hole.
Yeah, I walk out the door. I look out there. Do I see it?
Oh yeah, it's in the distance, like running over a dune and disappearing underneath one of the green dunes.
Wow, that's fast.
Well, I guess we know what direction to head if we want to solve the mystery,
It's headed,
or where to avoid.
it's headed east.
I look over at the rest of the group and go, "It is going east, the same direction the pilot wished to go in."
That's strange. Was the ship headed east? Like, is the ship sitting
were
in
headed
a direction
west.
where it would be going east?
Hmm?
Like, is the bow of the ship pointing in the direction that
Yes.
the thing?
We don't have.
Yes.
Do we have a compass for reference? Like,
I don't need a point. I'm just looking outside. Is it
It's going.
going?
It's
the
going
bow
in
of
the
ship?
direction that the ship was going. Yes.
Yeah. So that's where they were taking us. It's going to the keep.
I don't know that we want to go there.
Well, we could just stay here in a broken ship and wait to die.
I do not wish to do that either.
I mean, if he's going, then he's going to tell whoever's there that we're here and they're going to come back and get us. The whole purpose was to get us. Now, there's probably something on this ship that they wanted, but
These
we
are
don't know what.
these are many assumptions that I do not know the answer.
People start coming down into the hold. The first mate is down there, and he says, "Orders from the captain. He wants an assessment of all of the gear and cargo we have. We've looked out over the horizons. There doesn't seem to be anything edible. We're in the middle of a desert, so we need to make sure we get all of the food, all of the water we have, all of the gear that could possibly help us, and we need to figure out how much we have so we know how much we can survive."
That is a sound idea. In fact, I was thinking much the same thing. So,
It would seem that we are in quite dire straits.
More so now that that thing's going to warn the rest of its kind that we're here again.
let us start from one end of the hold and work toward the other and take stock.
Indeed. I am very skilled at keeping track of numbers.
All right, there's a lot of gear here. How long do y'all take?
Will take.
I don't know. How
time
long does it
enough to
take?
inventory.
I'm gonna go up to the very top of the ship and perch on the bow and just keep an eye out to the east to see if there's anything coming back this way while they search the ship.
Okay.
I also
think
have a glow globe,
there's
so
no-
I'll use that to help me.
There's no point recording things other than food and water and maybe tools, that kind of thing.
Okay. After an hour.
Do you tell me not to count anything else besides those things?
No, I just say I don't see any reason to keep track of anything that's not going to be immediately helpful.
Kasim, what are you doing? I haven't heard anything from Kasim in a while.
He's on mute. That's
Well,
why.
in the meantime, while they were assessing, what was going on in the cargo bay, Kasim was just resting for a bit. He's like, oh, well, this was quite the trip, but he'll probably reconvene with with Praxis and Jade, and maybe also introduce himself to Flicker Fade.
Well, Flickerfade's coming up the stairs towards you as you're going down.
Hey yo.
There's a new guy. You don't even know his name. Nobody knows his name.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
just thinking that.
Hello, I'm going down to see my companions.
Oh, they're down there counting, looking for food and checking all the cargo.
All right. Well, quite the mess that we got ourselves into somehow. I can't really remember why I boarded the ship in the first
Carlos,
place.
can I ask you to sit away from the, so we can see you? Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you look like a 90-year-old, like Jewish grandparent. Like
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, kids?
We're on YouTube, man. Have a little respect.
he just wants to look directly into the camera so that he can see the souls of all the people who are watching it.
Elle's over here looking at herself in the mirror.
I'm sorry. Continue on the conversation.
Matt
All
lost
right,
his
well,
train
I
of
think
thought.
I finished my sentence. So
They're all down there counting stuff.
Looking for food and water, all the survival gear. I think we're gonna be stuck here for a while.
oh,
Well, we
you
might
didn't
pick
find
up
any
on
more
it.
robots around here, did you?
Yeah,
I'm
there
surprised
was,
that there were only two. Wait,
no, there's a
yes.
whole bunch down there, but they're mostly in parts. But one of them ran off. Probably gonna warn his friends. We're gonna get attacked soon.
Are we working to repair the ship or evacuate immediately?
I don't think the ship can be repaired, not with what we have here. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm gonna go sit up on top and make sure that if they are coming back, I can see them before they get here.
Ah. Well, if you're going to keep watch, I'll help you with it. I could use the rest. In the meantime, I'll just sit. Could you at least point in the general direction where the robot went?
Yeah, sure. Come with me to the bow and I'll show you.
All right. This day keeps on getting better and better.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
Good thing I found that escape pod though. That was very helpful.
Ah,
We're in the
would
middle
be
of a
nice
desert, by the way.
if we were able to put everyone else in the escape pods, but from the looks of it, all the other passengers are okay.
That's good.
All right.
As y'all are searching the cargo bay, after an hour, you find these items. Get ready to write stuff down. 1 hour search. You find 1 water jug. Enough water for 1 person for 2 days. Several boxes of candied fruits. Enough for 1 person for 4 days. 1 survival pack. Enough water and food for 1 person for 4 days.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
All of it? The last thing I said? What?
That last list item.
Survival pack. Water and food for 1 person for 4 days. Enough canvas and synth bars to fashion a tent. Enough wood and matches for 3 nights of fire. 2 glow globes. 2 50-foot sections of rope. You know what? Why am I doing it like this? Guys, I apologize.
Copy pasta.
I have a PDF version of this.
Oh, lovely.
Uh-oh. There we go. So, after... I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. Whoops, I put in the 3-hour search stuff. Do y'all keep searching after an hour?
Yeah, I definitely do. My character.
My
that's what I
idea
gonna
was
say.
we're gonna look from one end to the other, basically
Yeah, however
checking
long
every
it took.
box.
However long it took.
There's stuff
But my
strewed
character-
out over the desert, too, by the way.
Well, what's inside first?
Well, after an hour search, you find everything that you see until you get to 3-hour search.
Okay, a 3-hour search gets us through what's inside the ship.
Okay, you're going to keep searching for 3 hours? I'm just asking how long you're searching for.
Yeah, I would definitely keep searching at least for 3 hours.
I mean, 3
Is that all the
hours
way
is
up to backpacks?
not a whole lot to search a whole ship's hold.
All right, here's more gear that you find. All right. So after 3 hours, this is everything that you find. There's still more stuff. This might take you all day.
It could.
I'm basically gonna keep looking through stuff and inventorying until somebody tells me to stop doing it.
Well, the sun is starting to go down. After 3 hours, I'll say the sun's starting. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Timeline-wise, it makes sense. Because you said for lunch is when... Near lunchtime is when the captain came out. It's been 7 hours since then. So it's at least 7 p.m. At this point, that's an extra 3 hours. So that's 10 p.m. So it's after dark.
Yeah, it's after dark. So everybody is kind of gathered for shelter, and it's kind of cold outside, so they want to build a fire.
I give them the supplies for the fire.
Okay. From here, guys, it's been 3 hours since we started playing, so I'm going to call a game here, and we'll pick it up tomorrow at 7, Alaska time, whatever time it is for you, 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to give everybody 3 experience points.
Okie dokie.
And I'll hit Kasim with more jam intrusions later.
Oh no!
Every jam intrusion is now going to target Kasim because he really wants experience points. And that's the only way you get experience points other than for playing the game is
Good luck,
jam
my
intrusion.
friend.
Oh, good lord. Now the question is how to spend them.
Can't. You need 4 to buy anything.
So, this is the beginning of a new game. What are your all thoughts so far?
I'm loving it. I
Amusingly
like it so far.
frustrating.
Yeah, it's been
I think it's gonna
frustrating
be...
for
Well,
Matt.
yeah, it's frustrating, but that's because of bad rolls. That was just bad rolls.
Yeah, but that's how.
But so far, I like the setup. I like it's a intriguing setup. It is something that I'm interested in finding out more about, and it seems like we're about to set up a long survival game, and I like that. That sounds like an awesome opportunity for shenanigans and adventure in this game.
Yes, it sounds like we've got an interesting mystery on our hands.
And I just love the survival aspect. Like we gotta make things last. Who will we eat first, you ask?
Who will we eat first? Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you watched all the way through, you obviously liked it, so hit the like button. We will see you tomorrow around the same time. And that's it. Goodbye. Bell, subscribe.
Bye.
Do the things. Patreon. Bye-bye.